Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan, great to be here with you. Let's get our heads right for a Wednesday morning, a victory Wednesday, as it were. I mean, just light work from the fellas last night. Super chill, feet up, relaxed. Zero stress involved in a Padres 7-6 victory over the Seattle Mariners. And it was. Oh, I got an echo. Echo. Did I do something wrong, Paul?
Stop
Echo.
unmuting yourself.
Stop. I didn't. I muted myself.
I just muted you.
You muted me. I was. It says I'm muted. Maybe you did it.
Because I just did it.
All right. Fair enough. Well, listen.
I apologize for everybody.
I slept so hard after that win last night that I woke up. My alarm was going off. That happens maybe twice a year. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the hell is that? It was my alarm. And I go, did I take 2 Ambien last night? Because I haven't slept to my alarm in forever. I feel like grim death right now and very unrested. But we'll get into it, man. Holy cow. I think it was the state of the game that kind of put me out. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well.
Good morning, Woods. Maybe you're having trouble managing the new technology. Remember yesterday when you were so excited about your setup, the changes that were made?
Yes.
How excited? What did you say yesterday? The nice Monday, yeah. The nice
big,
new
thick
screen and everything's like new and better.
The microphone, everything's great.
Yeah, we have some information for you on this.
Yeah.
We
talked to Mike, who our engineer who came in this morning. He's been sick the last couple of days.
Right?
You were on the toilet?
You were in the bathroom.
Just now I was. I don't feel good. I just said
Would it be shocking for you to learn that he didn't change anything at all? It's the exact same as it was before.
I would be shocked to learn that.
It's nothing. It's the exact same monitor.
We told him Woods is convinced that is a new computer monitor.
I swear to God, it's twice as big.
He goes, it's not just the same size. It's the same monitor that's been in there.
He just cleaned it.
He just wiped it off a little
He cleaned
bit.
your microphone. He cleaned your keyboard. He cleaned your monitor. He said,
"This is insane."
It was incredibly disgusting how dirty it had
gotten.
It's
it's not just mine. All of them.
He said
it's mostly yours. He
that
said.
area
I don't understand.
was very dirty.
Thank you, Mike, for that.
And he said, well, and there's only one person that sits in that chair
That's
regularly.
Not true. That is not
Tony
true.
Wynn Jr. does sit there
once every
months
2 weeks.
He's actually in the studio.
Well, he did. He fixed me up nice.
He did.
So if he just changed and all right, so if he just cleaned
Didn't
everything.
change anything.
Yes, he did, because when I came back, I had to re-log into a bunch of stuff.
That's a software update.
Yeah, he did the
updated.
software update.
That's what I meant. He got us all new software.
Like
That's
Woods
what
gets
I
a
meant.
new background layout and is like, look at this monitor. It's twice
so
as big.
good. I really did. I thought it was brand new. Damn it. I also feel like
do you update your iPhone? And
I do. My wife does.
Holy crap, I got an iPad.
My
now.
wife doesn't. She doesn't update. She won't do updates. She
refuses to do the update.
She's like, it's insane. And I go, update your thing.
Doesn't it stop working
That's
eventually
what I
if you
said.
don't do the updates?
I feel like every time there's an update, she's just like, I'm just going to get a new phone. She refuses to do it.
Won't
it's
it
like
automatically update when you plug it in at night?
That's what I'm telling her. But I think she's got it where she won't allow it to do it. She won't update. I swear to God, she's on iOS 3. I promise you. Like, she is unbelievable. Sorry. Well, we should have this conversation off the air, but I'll do it here. So I've had to re-log into a bunch of stuff. Google, right? Everything is logged in here. Can they see? You know where I'm going with this? They can't.
I almost choked on my
They
coffee.
can't see what I Google privately.
I would assume that if you're using your work computer.
It's not my work computer. It's my phone. But we're all signed in on the same
Google Chrome profile.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can I say?
I think your Google profile is if it's password protected, that's just for you.
Because there's been some glitches as I've searched some other things this week, and I thought, well, that's weird. That's never happened before. What's going on? You catch my drift here?
Yeah, there's some mixed opinions in the chat. Some people say yes, they can see. Other people not on your phone though. It's not. It doesn't connect to your work computer.
But my
I do
Google
Now, are you
is
are you on Wi-Fi here at work on your phone?
yes, but I'm also not looking at that
At
on
work,
my phone. Right,
right.
it's at home. It's privacy.
I mean, in theory, like, yeah, I think they could probably like log in even like remotely into your username and go to your Chrome, like Google Chrome history.
I'm not on a work device. I'm on my own personal phone. So if I'm looking up, I'm talking about like funny sports clips, and
Right.
things like that, funny
Right.
sports stories for show research. That's what things have at home. It's been a little
Just the boom goes the dynamite kid.
It's just over and over
again. For
chocolate
30
rain.
years.
But I keep looking up.
As long as they're not like it's not videos, then I think you should be okay.
A lot of stories. I really am into stories. I like to read the articles and the stories, and the comments. People actually make comments on those websites, which will never cease to make me laugh. Ever.
They're always funny.
They're hysterical. We should
I've
do Ben Reed's comments someday, and
Yes.
we'll do it for off the air. By the way, we did an off the air episode. Remember that idea? I'm not joking, by the way. We did an off the air yesterday with Major Garrett, and it was honestly incredible. He is such an incredible guest. The stories he told about how he got into journalism, unbelievable.
He got personal.
Got personal.
It was a little deep, but not like the deep depression one that
Like
we had
the
last episode.
assisted suicide one that we did.
Yeah.
He was brilliant. It's going to upload tonight. And as soon as the game's over, whatever, 5 o'clock or whatever, it's going to be
It's going live at 5 p.m.
Live at 5 p.m. on YouTube. So we got out of the off the air interview we did with Major Garrett, and then we went down to the barbecue, the Odyssey barbecue, like kind of a potluck thing. And we didn't know what to expect because we never go to these things. So we're always at home or at Jersey Mike's or, doing whatever, getting on with our day. But, got a nice, the boss, hey, thank you guys for sticking around, means a lot. Whole team's down there and we start sucking down barbecue. I got to say, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I mean, and we're not saying this because it was our bosses who
It's
were
10 out of 10.
were making it. World class brisket.
Yes.
Ribs,
yes,
pork belly, and
God.
pulled pork.
The pork bellies were ungodly.
I thought so too.
Our boss, Michael, again, if they were terrible, he knows I would say, those things were dog ass. He knows that. Like he gets mad at me for how candid I am.
You have enough Texan
he
in
expects,
you.
he
You're
expects
honest
to get
about
ripped.
barbecue. Yeah,
he
most
expects,
times.
Yeah, he does.
Knows.
They were so good, man. And I go, what? How did you make these? He goes, dude, they're my first time making pork bellies. And I go, don't stop. I go, I want these in my stocking at Christmas morning. Just a whole stocking of pork bellies.
Like peach
habanero.
Peach habanero candies.
Man.
It was insane. He also did the brisket that he smoked, I think 20 hours. He said he had to get up at like 2 a.m.
To
check it
rub
or turn
it,
it,
massage it, whatever they do to it.
Yeah, I would know.
Inject it with hot butter.
Hand pulling the pork. And it was amazing. And then John Flint's
ribs were good.
So good.
Unbelievable stuff, guys. And then, so you eat that, and then somebody busts out this strawberry cream pie. And our guy over here, your guy to my left, you've never seen somebody more excited about a cream pie. And you kept going back. You had multiple cream pies yesterday.
I don't know who made the cream pie, but it was the best cream pie I think I've ever had.
It was outstanding. Outstanding. I had just a small cream pie. Yours are much I was
bigger. The first one to just get right into the cream pie.
I saw Ben's cream pie and was like, I gotta have some of that strawberry cream pie.
And the crust was really good too.
Oh, it was legit.
Really good.
It was legit. So we had to get the hell out of here. And after that, because I had to jam. I had so much crap to do. I got both kids solo this weekend. Again, shout out to all the single parents out there. I honestly like the interaction is somewhat easier. When mom's there, and if mom's in a bad mood and the kids work her up, guess who's then in a bad mood? Me. If it's just me and them, it's a different dynamic. But the workload, the load of work I'm going to be doing at laundry, Ben, for between 6 and 8 hours today and tomorrow before Hannah gets home?
Because
I don't
so
want
excited about putting it all off the other day.
I really was, man. And now maybe the move is
the bill
to do
comes,
a little bit.
The
bill
comes
due.
due at some point.
God dang, dude.
Let the dishes pile up. Let the laundry pile up. And Hannah's coming home, and it's got to be perfect when she gets there.
I got to clean. I got to wash the sheets. I got to fold the clothes, all the kids' clothes. I was sitting there, I was like, how do I do this? I don't have enough hours in the day. Probably going to do some during the game today. But, man, it was a great day yesterday. We had a really productive day. I felt good when I left here. Now, you guys were busting my balls on the way out because I didn't want to take the Jake Cronenworth beer. Somebody dropped off, the guys from Harlan.
I'm busting your balls.
Dropped off a bunch of Cronenworth beer.
I was shocked about what you told me as to why you weren't taking the Jake Cronenworth beer. I had no problem. You don't want to take it. That's your deal.
Well,
but it's why you didn't take it that really, really surprised me.
I don't have one single solitary inch of room in my refrigerator.
So we said, of course, we'll just put it in your garage fridge.
I'm the only person in at least the county where I live, or
suburban San Diego.
The only one on my block without a garage fridge. And my wife, not only does she not want to get one, she refuses to get one. And I don't she's never really given me a good reason why, but I'm the only guy on the block. My neighbor Ron, you walk in that guy's garage, hey, what, you want a bloody beer, Jerry? I mean, it's right there. Everything you need. And there's waters, juices, all kinds of stuff. My house, I was making the kids lunch this morning. Stuff is falling out. She will not get one. And I don't understand.
I think it's a great move.
I couldn't agree more. I want a garage fridge so bad. Does she have a vision of me like sitting in a chair in the garage, just opening the fridge, drinking beer? Because that's not who I am anyway. But like, what's the holdup?
You at least have to have a place to put frozen foods that's not in your kitchen, right?
We don't freeze a lot of foods, man, to be honest. Like, is it? Oh, God, freezer gang is going to come for me. I think I've done this before, but has anybody ever frozen anything and it tasted halfway decent other than ice cream? Like, have you frozen something and been like, hell yeah, I can't wait to thaw this out and eat it later? Oh, it's perfect, just like it was when I put it in. No, the answer is no. I'm sorry.
I'll admit that I'm not great at defrosting and then reinvigorating like foods that had been previously frozen.
Right.
I totally understand that, but
it's good for you can do some good meal prepping that way. You can extend things out. I mean, even if it's something like you can put soup or something in like little Tupperwares, and it's like ready to go. You just got to heat it up.
Does it ever get warm? Do you have to defrost it then heat it? What do? You put the whole chunk of ice soup in a
pot,
a pan, a saucepan?
Slowly reheat it until it all melts, and then stir it in.
And you're telling me it tastes the same? Doesn't taste freezer burned?
It shouldn't.
I will get a pack of turkey, 1 pound of ground turkey. I'll put it in the freezer on a Monday. I go to get it out on Thursday to defrost it to eat it on Friday, and it's freezer burned. Now maybe my freezer's turned up too high or whatever. Everything I put in there turns to S. Every single thing. I don't need a deep freeze. I need a extra fridge because I'm not going to have a big slab of venison that I need to put in the deep. Babe, you want venison? When do you want it? Friday? It's Wednesday. There's no way we're going to get it to defrost by then. How about next Wednesday? Good. I don't have slabs of beef, yellowfin tuna piling up in there. Like I don't know what to do with a deep freeze other than crawl inside it or put my kids in it and shut the door.
That'd be funny. Cream pies.
Cream pies. I guess it's good for cream pies, but I don't know what to. You can't put bread in there. We've done this. No human has ever defrosted bread.
People put bread in the freezer. I don't. It doesn't. It never comes back.
My dad used to stick the loaves of wheat bread in the freezer. I'm like, awesome. I can't wait to eat this sandwich that is kind of warm on the outside and icy in the middle. This will be great.
Well, I've got teenagers, so I go to Costco. They want like French bread pizzas, so I get the box of like 24 French bread pizzas at Costco, and they go in the garage fridge because there's no room
in the freezer.
Yeah, the garage freezer because there's no room in the inside freezer for a 24-pack box of French bread pizzas.
But I bet they're good for 10. I bet 7 of them are good, and 13 of them taste like ass because They don't. It doesn't work for me. It's just never worked for me.
See, I have no problem with like frozen meats like that. Like we don't have we're looking at a garage fridge or
garage
maybe
fridge
at least a garage fridge and freezer.
I mean, you
can go to Costco, you get the bag of chicken, you can get a bag of salmon, like you can get the big like bags of frozen
unless
goods.
You're going to like a farm to table Michelin star place. Most stuff you get at restaurants is frozen when they get it delivered,
but
and
guess
they
what?
have to defrost it. And
they're
then they
good
cook
at it because they own a restaurant.
That's the thing. They're good at it.
They know how to do
be
it.
better at defrosting and cooking things so that they still taste good, because you've had plenty of things in your life that have been defrosted and you think taste great.
I know.
You just don't know how to do it.
I just don't know how to do it. So tonight, like if I was going to make turkey spaghetti, right? I would normally at 4:30 a.m. put the thing out in the sink, right, to let it defrost. By the time I get home at, say, noon, it's like rotten. It's rancid. It's been sitting outside in the heat, and it's already thawed. I just would rather go to the, honestly, for me, it makes more sense to just go to the store to get what I'm going to cook for dinner that night so I don't have to freeze it. But the fridge outside, I think, is something that Hannah's more likely to do a threesome than to get me a garage fridge. More likely. Like it's not, which is
a threesome would be fun.
Which is not very likely, but I think she'd be more willing to be like, all right, yeah, we'll try it, other than getting a garage fridge. I really believe it.
What's her holdup, though?
I have no idea. None.
Is
she
it
won't give me.
Environmental? I know it takes some energy.
Hannah,
it adds a bit to your energy, electric bill.
Ben. I just called them Hannah, Bo, and Taylor. Ben, it's not the environment. Okay? She drives a giant Sprinter van.
She is a Nancaro.
I know she is. But she has a big Sprinter van. Like, we have the Sprinter van in the suburbs. We don't have a garage fridge. Like, make it make sense to me. We have room. We have room in the garage. We moved all the kids don't need strollers and stuff anymore. So those are all gone. We got this perfect space. I just need more room. As I'm making lunch this morning, stuff is falling out. Dressings and mayonnaises and all kinds of things are falling out of the fridge because it's so jam-packed. She will not let me have one. It's like the only thing I need. It's literally, I always say, I want for nothing. I have everything on the planet that I need.
So when your neighbor comes back from his fishing trip and he goes, hey, I got some yellowfin. Would you like 6 pounds of it?
No,
and we'll put it in your freezer. I got no freezer to put it into.
Then I would have to ice up a cooler and put it in there.
Keep changing the ice.
My buddy comes back, huge slab of venison. I got no room for it, man. It's just going to rot in my house. So listen, these are the trials and tribulations. That's like the ultimate Cadillac problem, is I don't have enough room for my waters and juices and things.
From what I've seen in the chat, most people are like, yeah, you got to have one. Everybody needs a good garage fridge. Everyone else saying you just don't know how to thaw out food properly. If you learn, like, it's really not that hard. And it can help you out. But
Paulie, this is something I've tried no less than 3 dozen times. No less than trying to defrost something perfectly, so that, let's say, the meat that I defrost, 9 times out of 10, I put it in the pan and start cutting it up. The middle's frozen, and I'm chopping it up with a knife just to make spaghetti or whatever. Like,
I think it just takes a little bit more planning. Like if you just took it out and let it thaw out in the fridge overnight, even, or
tried that too. Does it defrost all the way for me? Sometimes, like the 2-pound turkey is still frozen in the middle. I just have a rough time with things. Life, it's hard being. It's hard being me getting through life. When you do get your deep freeze, though, bring all the venison that you can for us, and all the yellowfin tuna that you get, like the yellowtail. More for us.
Bunch of elk meat,
good local Ramona venison.
How about this move? Hey, Paulie, I've got a side of beef. Can I store it in your deep? My dad would do that. Hey, you got the deep freeze. You mind if I put
you got any room over there? Oh man,
you have no idea how long I could talk about defrosting things. I could do it for an hour. I'm not kidding. It's one of my favorite topics on the entire planet. It's so good.
We need to set the menu. We will check traffic. When we come back, we'll talk about softening butter and the San Diego Padres. And that is all coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
5 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser, Alpine Spring Water, Good morning. Got a few things going on already. One is a stalled vehicle on the Coronado Bridge heading off the island just before mid-span. Also, fire crews got the right lane blocked. South 5 coastline just past the racetrack, taking care of a car fire over to the right shoulder. Westbound 78 before the 15, we are getting reports of some sort of sharp metal debris in the slow lane. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I like this comment here in the YouTube chat from Schiltz Creek. Who needs a deep freezer when you're on vacation 85% of the time?
Wouldn't that mean I would need it more so that my groceries don't spoil? Schiltz Creek, you smart ass.
All right, we
Can't argue that one too much.
You got me.
We finally have
our.
our first Padres wrap-up of the week coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll get all the highlights from Jesse Agler of last night's 7-6, slightly stress-inducing win over the Seattle Mariners. We will talk about Dylan Cease once again, looking great until he didn't look great. It's been a huge problem for the San Diego Padres, and one I just don't know that there's any fans left that have a ton of confidence handing the ball to Dylan Cease in a big game in October, if it comes down to it at this point.
I mean, 3 innings max. I really don't know what to say, and you better hope he starts hot. I just don't know what to say anymore at this point, Benny. We've belabored the point that it's certainly not a stuff thing. His stuff, that's the most maddening part. His stuff is so good. It's so good. Why would you not have confidence in it?
I was just gonna say
all the
confidence.
time.
Is it a confidence thing?
Why would you not have confidence in it? Not 80% of the time. It's not get me over. All of the time. You throw 99 miles an hour and you're afraid to throw fastballs to the 9-hole hitter. I don't understand.
Yesterday might have been the most Ceasian start of 2025.
Ceasish.
Yeah, Ceasish.
Thief-ish.
We will
Dylan
talk.
Thief.
We will talk about it. We will talk about the impact, I think, the trade deadline. I can't even count. Think about this while we kind of go to the break here in a second. How many wins has AJ Preller bought already?
It's a good point.
From the trade deadline, August 1st, when he added the players, to now. How many more wins do the Padres have than they would have had they just stood pat with the same lineup?
Yeah.
At the bottom of the order, with Martin Maldonado at catcher, with Bryce Johnson probably getting at-bats, with Trenton Brooks as your DH. How many wins has he bought this month alone?
All of them.
With the trade deadline.
All of them.
Feels almost like it.
All of them.
That's how critical those moves were.
Take away Laureano, O'Hearn, Fermin, at least.
Miller.
I mean,
just start there.
Been critical in just about every single win the Padres have had this month. Just about every single win.
The thought of it makes me wretch to think about. We may make the playoffs by the skin of your teeth, but you look at this lineup and what they were able to do last night. The lineup I'm talking about, obviously, and I mean, hell, after Adam, the bullpen was outstanding. They were outstanding. So yeah, he's every win we've gotten, Benny, has been because of the new guys.
Feels like it. We'll discuss that. We will have our regular features. Don't do this. Take on Woods in our Reindl Report, and back by popular demand in our 9 o'clock hour. Nathan is going to return.
Yes.
What will Nathan be doing?
Promo assistant Nathan.
We will just leave that as a surprise for now. But promo assistant Nathan, the 20-year-old with the voice touched by God, is returning to the program later. So you will not want to miss that in our 9 o'clock hour.
Let's put it this way: we're going to bring some people together today. Okay, that's all I'll say. And 9:30 he'll be joining.
All right, we will come back though. Padres wrap-up highlights from last night's stress-inducing 7-6 win over the Seattle Mariners. Coming up next, it's Ben and Woods and Paul on a Wednesday morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, let me tell you about all of the hardworking people at Sedano Ford, and of course, they want to cater to you, the hardworking people of San Diego. The time is now. The place is Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. Their Labor Day sale extravaganza is here. The Ford F-150, one of my favorite vehicles on the road, just $282 a month. Or how about the Ford Bronco Big Ben, just $260 a month? If you want lower, You can skip every gas station on the way home and grab the Mach-E Select for just $246 a month on a 2-year lease. Jump into the award-winning 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $449 a month. And that thing is, it's just a picture of luxury. It's phenomenal. Your reward is waiting for you at Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. You can go by the dealerships, talk to them today, or go to SedanoFord.com to lock in the Labor Day savings. Make sure to tell them Woodsy sent you. And now you know the Labor Day sale is now through September 2nd. The place, Sedano Ford and Lincoln and La Mesa. And, excuse me, congratulations are in order because Manny Sedano and his crew are opening Sedano Chevy this Labor Day weekend. Get on down there and say hello. We were there for the groundbreaking a few months back. They've got it all dialed in, so they really got you covered, man. Anything you're looking for. More details can be found at Sedano Ford or SedanoLincoln.com.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We were setting the menu. We will also pay off the Incorporator from yesterday's Jesse Agler appearance, the word that was given to him by Major Garrett. And Major was very excited last night as we were
he was
following the game.
Giddy.
Text thread between the four of us about the game and the ups and downs and whether Jesse had completed his Incorporator yet. Paulie, though, committed a party foul.
Huge.
During our text thread because he was actually very clever.
I thought it was funny.
It was really
clever.
funny.
He tweeted or he texted to the four of us, what was it? Eugenio Suarez really swung out of his winkle pickers on that one.
Those
And
little pointy shoes.
Major thought that was what Jesse had said. Now, Jesse did get it in, but he got it in later in a different manner. And I think Major then texted Jesse.
He was very upset.
Paul's
I was like,
comments.
"Oh
And
no, he
felt
hasn't done it yet." I
think he thought he embarrassed himself with Jesse Agler, which
Sorry,
of course
Major.
is pretty much all of our biggest fears is to
I've
embarrass
done it.
ourselves in front of Jesse Agler.
I think I embarrassed myself in front of Mark Grant last night.
Did you?
I think so. We'll see. I haven't heard back from him. Usually he texts me back, but I flipped out when I was putting the kids down, and I came back in the room and I go, "What is that?" That's Eddie Vedder. Oh my God. Obviously it's the Vedder Cup. They're playing in Seattle. It's not out of the question that he would show up. I was very surprised when Eddie showed up in the booth. So I texted Mark Grant. I go, "Dude, you are sitting next to Eddie effing Vedder." I go, "That's incredible." And I kind of wanted him to be like, "I know, isn't this nuts?" And he didn't write me back. So I feel a little embarrassed now. I got really excited.
It's funny. We were talking about Eddie Vedder interviews a few weeks ago.
And it was maybe like a year ago.
It was a while ago. And you had mentioned that Eddie has a particular a cadence style when he's being interviewed.
Well, I've loved Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam since
Of course.
1991, and the album 10 and the album Super Unknown the album Bad Motor Finger from Soundgarden, Allison Chain. Those bands changed my life. It got me out of like hair metal into grunge, and I was as grungy as the grunge could be. And I loved 10. 10 changed my life, and I've loved that band my whole life. And I listened to Eddie on Howard Stern, and I was like, "This is excruciating. I don't know what to say. I love him, and I go, this is excruciating." Paul,
I
you
remember that when he sat down with Don and Munn, I go, "Wait,
It was like a
didn't you
2-hour
say
interview.
that Howard interviewed Eddie Vedder, and it just took forever. It was very slow."
He will talk a little like globally. Yeah, it's more of
So Eddie, I was reading like this new album that you got. You are so passionate. This is something that you've been working on for years. You know, what led to the creation of this, and how does it feel to finally accomplish this and have this ready for release here later this year?
You know, when you're, it's like when you sit down to put, the piece together. You sometimes, and you think back, and it doesn't always translate or come like together. So I'm watching the interview last night.
Fascinating
And
stuff.
I'm banging my head against the wall as I'm watching Mud trying to pull from Eddie. Now he did mix in some really brilliant anecdotes last night. He did, once he got kind of going or whatever. Give the guy a couple beers or something. Get him lubed up so he can a little more friendly with the tongue, a little more loose. But he was talking about, Mud asked him about San Diego, and
That was great.
it was amazing. He's like, yeah, the assistant principal. I remember fighting with him a lot, and I still know who he is and where he lives and his name. I will murder him at some point, but no one will know it's me. But I will. He will be dead. I will murder him at some point. He will die. It was brilliant. I mean, it was so funny, and talking about his time here in San Diego. And look, man, he's a Chicago guy through and through. He's a Seattle guy through and through. He's a San Diego guy through, right? Like,
We're actually within sight of making this a reality, that we could bless us, eradicate this difficult condition.
What are your favorite memories of San Diego?
Well, I always think of Jack Murphy.
Yeah,
And not only Padres Cubs games, Padres games, but also concerts, Rolling Stones, The Who. Many memories from Jack Murphy.
Loved it though. So cool. So cool. He was great, and Mud had some good questions for him, but I was just like, I was just so blown away. He was sitting there with Mud and Don. I'm like, I know those guys. By extension, now I know Eddie Vedder. It was really cool. Really cool.
We will talk about the game coming up here with our Padres Wrap-Up. First this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Islands Restaurants. Islands Restaurants, summer refreshment, paradise, ambiance, and the best burgers in town, like the Big Wave with cheese and fresh cut fries. $10 now for a limited time only. Visit one of the Islands restaurants throughout Southern California today. Dine in only. Padres Wrap-Up coming up after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, a 15-minute drive-through oil change. Well, so it's definitely starting to heat up on our roads, guys, especially when I count this car fire northbound 805 past El Cajon Boulevard. It's actually a pickup truck in the center divide. You'll find southbound at 5 right before the Coronado Bridge, a collision involving a couple vehicles there over the right shoulder, and two-car collision northbound 5 just past Claremont Drive. Looks like one vehicle on its side over to the right shoulder. Come on, you guys, too early for this. Eastbound 8 just past the 15, you got a traffic cone that must have broken away from the pack. It's bouncing around in middle lanes. Also on the coastline, southbound 5, another car fire just past the racetrack. Fire crew's got that right lane blocked. And now eastbound 78 near Woodland Parkway, got a collision not showing if lanes are blocked. Before you hit the beach, the mountains, or even the 5 this Labor Day weekend, be road trip ready with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No appointment needed. Stay in your car while they change your oil and check your tires, battery, and fluids. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. And Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Miss any of the Padres win yesterday? Ben and Woods didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got you covered with all of the highlights.
Oh, yes.
It's the
Padres Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Things are about to get real with the all-new Hamul Casino Resort with gorgeous rooms and exciting new eats and drinks. It gets real this summer at Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
I want to go fast, but I want to go slow, and I want to go deep.
Trying to work around a leadoff double by Tatis. Here's the 0-2. Runners go. Pitch is lined, and over the head of the third baseman, Suarez dumping down into left. Tatis will score. O'Hearn goes to third, and Xander Bogaerts gives the Padres a 1-0 lead here in the first. Aces loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. And Laureano swings, sends it in the air to left field and deep. Arozarena's racing back. He is at the wall. This one gonna go! A grand slam for Laureano. Ramon Laureano goes deep in Seattle for the second straight night, and this one is big. 5-0 here in the first. Pitch swung on, hit in the air to very deep left field. Oh boy, long gone for Arozarena into the second deck in Seattle. A 3-run homer, his 25th of the year, and this thing has gotten much tighter. 5-3 in the fifth. Torres, Jason kicks and deals, and that's it in the air to deep left. Sheets is back. He's at the wall. Oh, it's gonna go. 3-run homer. Suarez came back with the slider, and he got him. Seattle has erased their 5-0 deficit. They lead it 6-5. So 3-2 now to Cronenworth. 7th pitch of the at-bat is on the way, and Jake swings, lines it into left field, base hit. Sheets will score to tie the game as Laureano advances to third. RBI single Jake Cronenworth. And we start over again at 6-6. Ferguson deals. He squares again. Fermin bunts it back towards the mound, and the run will score. Throw to first in time by Ferguson, who just barely got Fermin, but the Padres go back ahead on the squeeze bunt. It's 7-6. The 2-2 pitch to Rodriguez, lined sharply to right. Fernando there, and he makes the catch to end the game. Suarez, a 1-2-3 ninth inning against Arozarena, Raleigh, and Rodriguez to pick up his 35th save of the year. And the Padres win a hardcore seesaw battle tonight in Seattle by a final of 7-6.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in that. Was a heavyweight battle right there. Two really good teams going at each other, playing just good, hard baseball. But yeah, I love the fact. Obviously get the lead, you're up 5-0. 2-3 homers. Next thing you know, you're down, and nobody hung their head. Let's go, let's figure it out. Winners find solutions. Very gutsy, very gritty.
I'm gonna give him that one, man, for sure. Like normally, sometimes the manager, and it could be any team. It could be Bob Melvin. It could be anybody, and they're like, yeah, heck of a job. Those are two good teams playing. Those are two good teams playing. The Seattle Mariners are the most annoying team in baseball. They're unbelievable. How do they lose a game? Honestly, when you look
I
at
am
that
surprised that they
power,
don't have a better record than 71-62.
And I understand they had a couple issues out of the bullpen last night, but everybody else in their bullpen is nasty, and their lineup is deep, and they hit, and they find gaps, and they're athletic, and they run, and they throw. That is two good baseball teams going at it head to head. Reminds me a lot of the Red Sox series, Ben. You look at the lineup, and it's deep, and it's talented, and it's athletic, and so is ours. And I felt really lucky to win that game last night. Really did. And I'm super bummed that, it looked like a laugher out of the chute. A laugher. Just the guys came out and got to Castillo so early, and you had a little bit of a breather, and then it just fell apart, man.
Certainly not turning away any victories at this point in the season.
Oh, absolutely
Could
not.
the Padres have managed a better way to win that game after going up 5-0? Yeah, you'd like to see if you can knock Luis Castillo out in the first couple of innings. They had every opportunity to do so, but after the 5-run first, just couldn't push across anything else. And, he ended up going 5 innings. He went longer than Dylan Cease in that game, which is pretty nuts to think about it, since Dylan Cease started by retiring the first 11 batters he faced. Luis Castillo was down 5-0 in the first inning, and Luis Castillo ended up pitching deeper into that game. If the Mariners do end up winning today and winning the series, It will probably be in large part due to their starter bouncing back and getting them through 4 more innings and not having to torch their entire bullpen last night. So there was a better path to victory for the San Diego Padres. That being said, I think Mike Shildt absolutely was right on that one. Winners find solutions.
Yeah, and when you chase a win like that with your bullpen, you have to get those. We've talked about that ad nauseum this year. When you are going to deploy Adam, Miller, Suarez, all of those guys, you absolutely have to get that win. And Jason Adam, a very weird idea to double up on hanging sliders. I've seen that. I'm staying away. If I throw one, a guy hits it 600 feet foul, I'm not going to show him the exact same pitch on the next pitch.
I'll surprise. He'll never think that I'm coming back with that exact same pitch.
I'm just going to hang it right down the middle for a guy with 40 bombs in Eugenio Suarez. Wow, it was some really interesting pitching strategy. And speaking of pitching strategy, Dylan Cease, the third time through the order for him right now this season. His ERA, Ben, is 7.39. His FIP, fielding independent pitching, is 5.19. The average against the WOBA is the second worst of his career at 345. This is the third time through the lineup. And, you watched him against Cole Young, who is the 9-hole hitter. 3-2 count, number 9 hitter. He goes slider and bounces it. Instead of just throwing 98 miles an hour, challenging the 9-hole hitter to beat you. The guy's hitting 205 against fastballs this season, and you throw him a slider. It doesn't make sense. Where's that idea coming from? Is that Fermin? Is that Shildt? Is that Dylan Cease? He's calling his own pitches, I would assume. How do you not have confidence in your 99-mile-an-hour heater? That, by the way, he was spotting up okay. He threw a sinker early in the game that was the nastiest pitch of the year for him. Why didn't he have confidence in it?
I don't know, because it would be easier to accept those numbers that you just ran through if we were talking about JP Sears. Okay, you know what? Junk baller, fine. Give me 5 innings. I know you're going to give up some contact. I get it. But when you're talking about Dylan Cease, he's had a stretch in almost every start where he looks dominant, as he did last night.
No hit stop. No hitter.
I mean,
3 or 4, whatever.
The sinker that got Cal Raleigh, that at bat, fantastic. I mean, he has so much stuff and so much good, he has so many good batters that he faces. And then all of a sudden, snap your fingers and it's gone. And he'll never admit it, but it must drive Mike Shildt crazy because unlike most pitchers who you usually see, okay, he's starting to give ground a little bit. Okay, I can sort of see it. We're getting into the 5th, 6th inning. Let's get the guy up, get ready. Dylan Cease goes from dominant to destroyed in the blink of an eye in some of these starts, and you can't even prepare yourself for it other than anticipating, he's probably going to blow up here, and no manager wants to be the guy who his pitcher's throwing a perfect game and I better get a guy up in the bullpen because in 2 batters he's going to look like he can't get anybody out again. He's throwing a perfect game and you're almost negligent for not having a reliever up and ready to go to replace him, even though there's been no sign of anything that would give you any concern about his start through the first 11 batters.
And I was actually encouraged because at one point, I believe it was the 4th, leadoff single. Then you got runners at first and third, 2 outs. He didn't crumble. He got out of that. He made his pitches and got out of it. And then I believe it was the very next inning where he fell apart.
I see, in the chat, and we talked about it yesterday. How do you use Dylan Cease in the playoffs?
I don't know.
My suggestion was go with the opener, then go with Cease for that 3 to 4 inning stretch, and then get him out of there. But it's so hard when a pitcher is throwing well, when he's dominating.
You think he finally figured it out,
and you take him out before anything happens, and you go, all right, you gave us 4 perfect innings. You are a starter who's used to going, 7 or 8 in your career. We're taking you out now.
You're done.
And people if it was a national televised game, the announcers would be going, what is Mike Shildt doing?
Correct.
This guy has thrown 4 perfect innings and he's yanking him right now. That makes no sense whatsoever.
And let me tell you, Padre fans, by the way, all of you guys listening, you would do the exact same thing. You would. If last night he had gone twice through the order and was perfect, and you yanked Dylan Cease and you put in Jason Adam to chase that win, you would have lost your mind. Oh, what are we doing? Looks like he finally. You guys were screaming.
He's up 5-0.
You guys were screaming.
You've got a chance
because
to rest your bullpen today. Why would you take Dylan Cease out when he is cruising?
AGV says no, he wouldn't. Yes, you would. I saw you guys screaming when Randy Vasquez was lifted at 70 pitches and we went to the bullpen to chase a win. I saw it. You know you would. You would think to yourself, my man's finally figured it out. He's throwing the ball where he wants to, and old Schilt, over managing, comes out and yanks him. Is there enough data? In my opinion, there's enough data to pull Dylan Cease. There's enough. And you have to remember this if we do get to that point where he throws again, Ben, like you say, 4 perfect innings in a game, and you go, you're done, dude. You're done. And he's like, no, Skip, I feel great. Like, I literally could go 8. No, you're done. We're going to go to the bullpen now. It is such a crap decision that you have to make every single time with Dylan Cease. But again, the evidence is there now. Like, he's shown you, when somebody shows you who they are, over and over, just believe him. Believe him. That's who he is at this point. So I think if you can get 4 innings out of Dylan Cease, you've done your job, and he's over. It's over.
The one big difference between last night's game and really the first 4 matchups against the Mariners this season was getting just a handful of hits with runners in scoring position. Padres had gone 0 for 29 after the first 2 batters. So the double by Tatis, and then you had Arise ground out and Manny struck out. At that point, the Padres were 0 for 29 with runners in scoring position against the Seattle Mariners this season. And then Xander Bogaerts got his 2-strike single. Nice piece of hitting there. That was a tough pitch. That was Luis Castillo's pitch, and Xander got him. And then, of course, Ramon Laureano hit the grand slam. After the 0 for 29, Padres went 4 for 9 the rest of the game with runners in scoring position, including a great at-bat by Jake Cronenworth, 7-pitch at-bat that gave the Padres a tie game, 6-6. And then, of course, Freddie Fermin brought in the go-ahead run with the safety squeeze. Such a good bunter. Didn't know we were getting one of the league's best bunters, but Freddie Fermin has proven to be that in his stint with the Padres. And, yeah, you look at it. I mean, is there a win this last month? San Diego Padres here in the month of August, have they had a win that didn't require one of their new guys contributing? They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 16 wins or so this month. It feels like almost every one of them. Laureano has 6 home runs. Ryan O'Hearn has come up with big hits in some of those games. Mason Miller has pitched. Freddie Fermin has had big games. Even JP Sears pitched a win in one of the games in San Francisco.
Nestor shut down the
Nestor, yep.
Oh my God, I forgot about Nestor. Yeah, dude.
I mean, it feels like at least 14 of those wins you don't necessarily get without that trade deadline that A.J. Preller had. It's been absolutely critical for the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, no doubt.
We will come back, talk more about the Padres and how they the standings were impacted from last night's game. Some help. Obviously, their playoff chances are improving, not getting any help from the Cincinnati Reds in their series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. But we'll go through the rest of baseball and more. Don't do this coming up as well. Hour number 2. Ben and Woods next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
some of your hot takes that you give on the radio. And as it pertains to Dylan Cease last night, and really, a few times this season with Dylan Cease, Benny, I can see why, if you're Mike Schilt and Dylan Cease comes out of the chute last night firing the way he was, you start to get that feeling, that giddy feeling as a manager, like, oh my God, we spotted him 5 runs. So yes, this is going to work out exactly like I wanted it to. In my fantasy this morning, as I was putting everything together, this is how I drew it up in my head as the optimal game for the San Diego Padres. Oh my God, Dylan is pounding the zone. He is striking guys. Oh my God, this is great. Through 1, through 2, through 3. Ooh, got a little trouble. Oh, look at that. Got out of it. I'm going to ride this guy again. We have a 5-run lead. Like, I'm going to keep riding this guy. And then you start thinking, man, I probably won't have to use Mason. Maybe I'll use Mason. He hasn't thrown in a couple days, but I hope Wandy's loose. Hope Yuki's ready. We'll tack on a few more runs and Dylan gets us through 6 or 7. And we are absolutely set up to go balls to the wall tomorrow in the series finale. And you let yourself go there. And then all of a sudden, and we talked about this on Off the Air, that game of baseball, for as slow and languid as it can be, it speeds up on you really fast and things can snowball really, really fast. And for Dylan, I don't think I've ever seen it snowball on a pitcher more than Dylan Cease. So I can understand. I think people really would, if you watch last night, let's say in a playoff game, but he gave you 4 perfect innings. And you said, all right, I'm going to Jason Adam here in the 5th. And maybe the playoffs is different. You're maybe a little more forgiving, but when you start to see signs of breaking out of something, a slump, a pitching slump, whatever it is, of course, your gut is going to be like, let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's made of. I think Dylan's shown all of us what he's made of all year long. He's pretty good in short spurts. And I think that's kind of how you have to ride him going forward. But
that wasn't historically who Dylan Cease was.
Correct.
Dylan Cease was a guy who could go deep into games.
So let's talk track records here, because Mike Schilt clearly trusts the track record of one Luis Ariz. Trusts it. 0 for 5 last night. Doesn't care. He will be in the 2-hole today, is my guess. He trusts the track record is there. Should he have the same trust in a guy like Dylan Cease, who's perennial Cy Young? Do you give that guy a chance to figure it out? Look, not at the expense of winning baseball games, I think. But
so I was going to ask, like, if we all agree, good in short spurts, maybe like 3 innings max in a kind of an opener role. Do you start doing that like next time out and start kind of feeling it out and seeing how that looks and how that works before the playoffs?
I would.
Or do you do that? Do you wait and do you keep giving him full starts
to see what he's
got?
Maybe
he can get on a roll.
I know.
So here's the dilemma, and you're touching on it, Woods. The best version of the Padres, the very best possible version, your idealized Padres 2025 lineup and pitching staff has Dylan Cease pitching deep into ball games.
Yes.
7, 8 innings, 1 run, 10 strikeouts, because we know he's capable of that. So you're hoping every time that Dylan Cease, who you know exists, will show up. It also includes Luis Ariz,
like you're hoping
near the top of the order, batting like 380 to 400 over long stretches of time, just absolutely tormenting opposing pitchers. Like, I got to face Ariz again. He's coming up again in the 2-hole. Already has 3 hits tonight. The best version of the Padres includes a lot of both of those players. But neither of them this season have been the players they were in previous seasons.
Correct. Great point by Joe here in the chat. Joe Yo says Schilt needs to manage this team for who they are now, not who they've been. It's easier said than done.
You can't also be knee-jerk.
Correct.
In terms of, this guy's been in a slump for 2 weeks. He's no longer in my lineup anymore.
Well, Xander would have been sitting on the bench.
Exactly. Xander, he gave a lot of patience to Xander Bogaerts, and that patience was rewarded. Xander's been one of the Padres' most productive players here for the last 3 months. And we were all calling for the same thing we were calling for Luis Ariz. Drop him in the order. Take him out of the lineup. This is not working. What is Mike Schilt doing? Well, it turned out Mike Schilt was right about Xander Bogaerts. He's also made some of the same arguments about Luis Ariz. Hey, he's a little bad luck. He's hitting some line drives right at people. I know Luis's track record. I thought the same thing when he said it about Xander Bogaerts, though, too. I really did. I didn't see a path forward that Xander was going to become at least this season, the productive player that we've seen.
I mean, you guys see my point, though. I'm not on no planet am I saying that anybody's wrong. But, somebody said I would have pulled him after the walk in the 5th. Okay, fine. Knowing what was going to happen, sure, absolutely. But Dylan Cease in his career, and again, there's been some brilliant starts this year. He's had some really, really nice starts. He's gotten you into, I think his average, his average is 5 2/3, which is not great. But to have an average like that, you have to have gone 7 a couple of times, right? You've had to have gotten through that. So I'm not going to yank a guy after one walk. Not in the regular season. In the playoffs, I might. One walk, and especially if it's Dylan Cease. Now, if it's Joe Musgrove out there, or if it's Michael King out there, or if it's Nick Pivetta out there, I'm going to let those dogs eat. And I can rest my head on my pillow that night knowing, hey, man, yeah, of course I'm going to let Nick Pivetta try to get out of a no-out walk in the 5th inning. 100%. But with Dylan, I think we may be getting to that point where they may have to be a little bit more judicious with how they use him.
But I think Paulie brings up a good point. The instinct, I mean, you'd like to give Dylan as many chances as possible to be the Dylan he was in past seasons, to go deep into games, 2 hits, 7 innings, and 9 strikeouts. But you can't wait until game 3 of the division series and then go out there and say, okay, now we're going to do an opener and we're going to do 3 innings of Dylan Cease coming out of the bullpen for the first time.
Then you're not just changing his routine, you're changing
I'd like to see
them routine or
I'd
whoever.
like to see them give that a chance maybe the last couple of weeks of the regular season. If that's something they're really thinking about doing, and they should be thinking about doing
Could be interesting
in the playoffs, I agree with Paulie. I would like at least the last couple of starts of the year maybe to operate a little bit differently, or at least tell Dylan Cease, hey, we're really only expecting 3 or 4 innings out of you today. And this is what it's probably going to look like in the playoffs. We know that you can be out dominant, because it does change a pitcher's mentality.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be like a demotion either.
No, but guys,
it's like, hey, you're still a valuable part of what we're doing.
We want to free you up to really kind of go max effort for 3 or 4 innings. If you're a starting pitcher and your job is to go 7 or 8, you leave some stuff in the tank. You hide some pitches for the second, third time through the order. You don't give them the best version of yourself necessarily in the first couple of innings. If you're only going through the lineup pretty much one time, everybody gets your best. You know what? They see your best sliders. They get your best fastballs. You're not hiding anything. You're not strategizing for the next time you have to face them. It's a different sort of test. That's why relievers are sometimes so effective. They can come in and give you absolute max velocity for 3 or 4 batters and then not worry about having to face that guy again in the lineup. Starters do have to worry about that, but maybe you take that off of Dylan Cease's plate and go, get everybody in this lineup out, and then you're done. That's your job for the rest of this season. I don't know. It's certainly something that the Padres at least should be considering at this point.
I think all options are on the table. Certainly in our minds, all options are on the table. Going to be interesting to see. And again, I think if you've ever, watched a pitcher settle in, and then again, he got in trouble in the 4th, and then he got out of it. And again, I thought that would maybe propel him.
Bit of an Adam ball at Jake Cronenworth. That could have easily been a 2-run single as well. He got out of it because, Jake was in the right place.
So again, Dylan Cease, they're going to have to watch him, monitor him. It's so tantalizing though to again think, man, he's got this lead. He's not going to blow this lead, is he? Well, turns out they did. And
now you can't do that strategy in a regular season all year because you don't have enough bullpen arms to have a starter who's only going like 4 innings. But you can do it in the playoffs.
Yes,
you can. There's enough off days. The games mean enough. Everybody's available. You can do it in the playoffs. I just don't know that I want to not try it once or twice, if possible.
Well, it's got to line up too. It's got to be, it's got to be the right lineup. That you can't do it just to do it.
No,
Wandy Peralta against a team full of right-handers.
No, that's true,
it's got to be the right. For the Dodgers was the right fit to do that, and they touched Randy up a little bit, but I thought that strategy all in all was pretty good. It'll be interesting to see how they manage it down the stretch. Now we're in the 20s now, guys. We have 29 games to go. 20s, which is pretty nuts. They all feel huge because they are all huge. Dodgers beat up on the Reds last night again, 6-3. They're getting hot. The Reds are a good team.
How about Clayton Kershaw's month of August?
He's got a 1.88 in
5-0. Went 5 innings last night. He's now 9-2 on the season. Dodgers remain a game ahead of the Padres in the NL West. I think Clayton Kershaw has been, we talked a little bit about it yesterday.
He's been their MVP.
One of the absolute hidden heroes, not even that hidden, for the Los Angeles Dodgers
But
this season.
First ballot Hall of Famer, but having the year that he's having at the age he's at and being so massively effective, he's not getting these wins where they out club a team. You know what I mean? Like they're not.
He let in 5.
Yeah,
they just happened to score 7.
Yeah, he's like skating, like barely getting through 5. He's dominant right now, Ben. So he's unlocked it, man. The fountain of youth, certainly for Clayton Kershaw. But yeah, of course.
So, Dodgers get a game closer with a 1-game lead and the tiebreaker. The Padres, though, did gain some ground elsewhere, including on the Chicago Cubs in the wild card race. The Giants beat the Cubs 5-2. Matt Chapman hit a 2-run home run. Justin Verlander on the mound in that one. So the Padres now a game and a half behind the Cubs for the number 1 wild card spot. And if the Padres do chase down the Dodgers, they also picked up some ground on the Phillies, who are currently holding the number 2 seed in the National League, as they were beaten by the Mets again.
They're imploding.
Well, the Mets own the Phillies in New York. That's 9 straight wins at Citi Field between those two teams. The Mets own the Phillies in New York. They're kind of, emotionally at least,
that's what
Jesus Luzardo got ejected after being removed from the game. And their giant pickup, closer, Yohan Duran, gave it up, the game winner by Brandon Nimmo in the bottom of the 9th inning.
5 singles in a row or something, just death by paper cuts, they said. But Luzardo just melting down last night. It was a Juan Soto, in his opinion, late timeout, and it was granted. And he lost it. He's walking towards the mound. He's screaming at the umpire. It's like, hey, Jesus, you've seen this before. He was not mid-delivery. He was basically stepping back. And Soto gives time. And he was granted time. And then he just demonstratively stalks off the mound at the umpire. They're melting down. You had the night before Alec Boehm causing a 19-minute delay, is what the postgame show said, about a parabolic mic. Like, guys, just figure it out. Go play baseball. This is when you start to lose it a little bit. You can see the pressure, Benny, starting to build on a lot of these teams.
So Padres now a game and a half behind the Phillies. Dodgers just half a game behind the Phillies, remaining 3.5 games ahead of the Mets for the last wild card, the second wild card spot. And then the Cincinnati Reds, because they lost to the Dodgers, they're now 7 games behind the San Diego Padres, the team that would have to catch the Padres if the Padres were to miss the playoffs. So you think about that. That's a huge hill to climb in 29 games. Padres would have to play horrible baseball down the stretch, and the Reds would have to play pretty well for them to catch it, which is why the FanGraphs playoff odds have climbed for your San Diego Padres now to 99.5% to make the postseason. That is 199 out of 200 times, given the current standings and the current rosters, that they would expect the Padres would make the playoffs. So you're now operating, anything can happen, obviously, but you're operating, and you should be operating under the assumption that the Padres will play October baseball. And now you're trying to improve your standings as much to give you the best chances to win in October. And to do that, winning the division, getting a first round bye, all of those things would help your standings in October to facilitate a deeper run in the postseason.
I mean, really, across baseball, if you look at the American League as well, the 6 playoff spots are penciled in at least.
Yeah. And the Mike Schilt, light pencil or dark? Light pencil.
I would say light pencil for this one.
Pretty medium. Medium
it's like a medium, maybe like a mechanical pencil.
The Reds are currently 3.5 games behind the Mets, and the Royals are 3 games behind the Mariners. That's the dividing line between in the playoffs and not in the playoffs. Not impossible for those teams to make up that ground in 29 games, but solid favorites now. Every of the 12 teams is at least 90% now to make the postseason.
The lowest is 94.8 in the National League is the Mets.
Again, you watch the Mariners and you're like, I'm sorry, Kansas City. They just look, and maybe it's just a matchup between they have owned us history wise. Again, I felt really.
The Royals have picked up 3 games on the Mariners in the last 10. They're 6-4 in their last 10. The Mariners are 3-7 in their last 10 games.
Yeah,
just don't look like it when they play the San Diego Padres.
I know. Darren said, One game, Woodsy. You got to treat Cease like our children, not rip him on the air. I don't think I'm ripping Dylan Cease. I just want to find out I like him. I really do. And
it's not one game either.
And it's not one game. It's a season.
Been all year.
Look, he's right. Early in the season, there was a lack of run support for Dylan Cease, but it has just not been it hasn't been a really consistent season for him, which is fine. I mean, again, he's a human being. I absolutely appreciate all of that. But when it comes to Dylan Cease, I'm just talking about what's the best way to use him right now. And if you're Mike Schilt and AJ Preller and Ben Fritz, Ruben Niebla, I think you have to start thinking about that. And by the way, they are thinking about that. So he's got a couple more starts this season. Three? Probably three?
Probably
four. This is it. Like if I have a meeting with him this morning, if I'm the manager, I go, dude, look at you last night. Look at how fantastic you were in this. And I know it's easier said than done, Dylan. You got 4 starts left, man. We need you. We're not winning a World Series without you. Show me what you got. The last 4. Go out there, free and easy. Let it eat. Trust your 99-mile-an-hour heater to 9-hole hitters and go out and get it, man. And, let the chips fall where they may. I'm still running him out there every 5th day. Absolutely. Because I still believe in the stuff.
You pointed out Darren's comment. Dwayne Michael in the chat says, hey, we won. We could criticize a little less on a win, Ben.
Is that Mike Schultz, Bernie?
I feel like a win is always the best time to
I
take
agree.
kind of an assessment.
I agree.
A cold look at the reality of your team.
Yes.
When they've lost and you're down, no one needs the reminder that things aren't going well.
Critical analysis.
I think it is too.
Whereas after a loss, it could come off as overreacting.
I agree. I think the best time to really take a wide-eyed, clear-headed look at your team is after a win, not after a loss.
What's
You're
wrong
less
with
emotional.
saying, hey, got the win, no complaints, never complain about a dub. How can we just be better?
Yeah.
How can we do that but better?
Where did it almost go wrong last night? Because I'll tell you, when the 3-run homer is what took the lead, right?
Yeah.
The second 3-run
homer. The sinking feeling hit. Now, again, it was early, and I said, all right, these guys are going to grind it. They got it right back. I mean, they got it right back. It was, it was short-lived. And I was very, very Jake Cronenworth with one of the better ABs that will go unsung, drives in essentially the game-winning run. Brilliant AB from Jakey last night. Everybody in that lineup getting it done except for one. Everybody contributing mostly. 8/9.
But they won.
So you can't
don't expect a lot of changes from Mike Schilt. I think it's a better argument, and we can discuss this a little bit later. I think it's a better argument saying, why would you move guys like Ramon Laureano, who are producing huge where they are in the lineup, rather than saying, hey, we have to keep Luis Ariz in the number 2 spot?
Correct.
I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but I think that's a better argument saying, hey, we can't move Ariz. No, you can't move Laureano. I mean,
he's so comfortable.
He hit a grand slam. You want me to move him? He just hit a grand slam right where he was. Why would you want me to take him anywhere out from where he's hitting right now? He's been the best hitter in baseball. We've been batting him 7th. You want me to move him? Are you an idiot? Are you a moron?
They have moved him up a couple times, and I don't remember it going all that well.
I know.
Could be a recency bias.
I think that's more of a concern than moving Luis Ariz down, which seems like an obvious move at this point by the San Diego Padres.
But hey, don't get it twisted. We're very happy about that win. It was such a sigh of relief.
All right, Don't Do This is coming up next. You probably heard the 2026 schedule came out. We'll talk about the Padres schedule at some point, but Woodsy wants to point out one team's schedule that is so brutal, it's already a don't do this 6 months away from the next year, 8 months away from the next season.
It's absolutely incredible what the Colorado Rockies are staring down 1 month next.
That is coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I get to tell you about sdfatloss.com. I've been doing it for 2 years now, and it's 2 years that since I went through the program in the summer of 2023, lost the weight as they promised I would, up to a pound of fat per day. That seemed like a lot. I've gone on weight loss programs before, and they go, yeah, you lose a pound or two a week. No, this is up to a pound of fat per day. I did 10 to 20% of your body weight in 60 days. That also seemed like a lot, but I did. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. The key, though, is I've been able to keep the weight off the entire 2 years, thanks to the maintenance strategies and everything about the sdfatloss.com program, mostly because it was based on real foods. For me, I had done the bars, 5 bars a day and 1 small meal, and I lost weight fast. Then I started eating regular food, and I gained the weight right back. This is based on real foods. I ate lots of steak. I ate chicken. I ate vegetables. I lost the weight, but when I finished losing the weight, I didn't change how I was eating. Essentially eating the same kind of stuff, and it made it so much easier to keep the weight off. No injections, no exercise necessary. Find out how the program can work for you. It's worked for so many tier 1s, thousands of pounds lost from tier 1s around San Diego. Set up your free consultation today by going to stfatloss.com, and when you sign up here in the month of August, take advantage of the summer special and get $200 off the program right now at stfatloss.com. That's stfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Don't do this on a Wednesday, brought to you by Trust and Will. Don't leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die.
Do.
Set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. Quick update on yesterday's DDT as Woods was going through just the weirdness of a Monday in Major League Baseball. First baseman Wilson Contreras of the St. Louis Cardinals was, in fact, suspended for 6 games and fined an undisclosed amount for his antics in the 7-6 win over the Pittsburgh Pirates on Monday. You'll remember Wilson Contreras threw his bat, hit one of his own coaches, and then dumped out all the bubble gum candy, tossed it out onto the field. No surprise that he was handed a fairly significant suspension. He is appealing, which means he can continue to play until that appeal has been heard.
He's highly unlikable baseball player.
Still haven't heard a quote from Brant Brown, who's the coach who got hit by the bat.
Probably wasn't happy.
I would think not.
Probably wasn't happy. I mean, I threw a bat one time and I hit a teammate, and I don't think I've ever wanted to crawl in a hole and die.
I would think
more than that. I did, and he was my man Ryan. You might be listening, Ryan. I'm sorry, still to this day, like whipped it back to the fence and hit him in the shin. And he wasn't like, oh, dude, it's cool. He was pissed. And for good reason. For really good reason. Don't throw your bat. Don't be an idiot. Well, especially on a strike. I mean, it was just such a perfect pitch, and I just the whole thing was a train wreck. But the Colorado Rockies, look, they had a terrible season. They're probably going to have a terrible season for a while, Ben. But I looked at their schedule, and the schedule release came out yesterday. I went, oh my God. Now, this is just what it's going to be like for them because they're the worst team in baseball. Every game is going to be hard, but their April schedule does them no favors. All right. They're going to open on the road in Miami, who is much improved and really on the come, to be honest with you. Good young pitching. Jacob Marcy, by the way, former Padres prospect traded for Luis Rise, is mashing for them. They have a good young team, and they're starting to believe in themselves. Then they go to Toronto, who could win the World Series this year. Then it's their home opener against the Phillies. The Astros come in for 3. Then they come to San Diego for 4. And they go to Houston for 3. Then they're home against the Dodgers, home against the Padres for 3.
Oh my God.
Then to New York to take on the Mets, and they're wrapping up their April with 3 in Cincinnati. And I went, okay, maybe it gets easier in May. Nope. Then they go to the Braves, the Mets, the Phillies. They may win 3 games in the first 2 months. I mean, I'm looking for a quote-unquote soft spot in their schedule. I don't see one until Friday, June 12th, maybe against the Sacramento A's. Maybe. And even that is up in the air.
Diamondbacks are going to still be okay.
Yeah, dude, it is the gauntlet to start the season. I mean, you're looking at, no kidding, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential playoff teams in the first month.
They start, June. They go
Dodgers,
Angels,
Brewers.
Brewers, Cubs.
Angels. Angels, Brewers, Cubs. It's going to be tough.
I believe the Rockies have also faced the toughest schedule in baseball this season, but that is
you're in the NL West. Sorry.
Well, but that the truth for the Rockies is that every other team gets to face the Rockies.
Correct.
And they don't, which makes every other team's schedule easier because they have however many games. If you're in the NL West, it's 13. If you're in the rest of the NL, it's at least 6 against a team that is, winning about 30 to 40 games this year.
Yeah.
And the Rockies don't get to play those games. They have to play all the tough teams over and over again and not themselves, which just kind of always makes their schedule a little bit tougher. I want to spend some time. We'll do it at the bottom of the hour here and look at the Padres schedules because there is definitely some improvements from this year, some do this and a little don't do this as well as you look at what they're going to be facing next summer. So we'll take our Ben and Woods look at the Padres 2026 schedule coming up here in just a couple of minutes. First, though, I want to throw in a do this story. Now, I have not seen confirmation of this yet from San Diego FC, but I did see this post from San Diego football, so I'm not entirely sure if it's 100% accurate, but SDFC getting ready to play LAFC up in LA at BMO Stadium. Now, according to this report, a source says that in March, LAFC promised 600 discounted tickets for away supporters because SDFC did that for their match earlier this season when LAFC, they always have that visiting up in the upper corner where the visiting fans get to sit for soccer games. That's how
they
do
had
it.
gladiator fights
They did.
up there. It was great. Thanks so much for coming.
And so they made this deal at the beginning of the season to get discounted tickets so all the SDFC fans could come up, which of course they want to do, as SDFC is fighting for the number 1 seed in the playoffs right now. But apparently LAFC pulled the offer and cut it because they just signed that new player who used to play for Tottenham, Son Heung-min, and their tickets are hot right now. So they said, well, we can sell these for more.
Oh, yeah.
So no, we're not giving you 600 cheap tickets anymore. So it became a controversy. According to this report, SDFC held them to it. Well, no, we did it for you. You have to do it for us. So they restored the 600, but they are charging a much higher price.
Wow.
Now, that's a don't do this, but the do this says, according to this report, San Diego FC is stepping up and covering the difference in pricing. So they'll still give their fans 600 tickets at a discounted price to go up and watch the game, which will be nice. So they'll still have a nice chunk of support when they go on the road, looking for their 7th consecutive road win this weekend when they go up to LAFC.
That's really smart business by SDFC. Really, really smart business. And you know what? I actually I kind of respect the pettiness out of LAFC. I do. I think it's good for a rivalry. And, if the massive fights and bloody noses and stuff in the stands wasn't enough already, I like stuff like this. I think it's a very petty move on their part. Now, we will do the zip code bit, when it's time to purchase playoff tickets. If you end up playing the Dodgers, nothing makes them soil their pants more than that bit. Nothing.
I wonder at some point who SDFC's true rival is going to end up being. Well, there's 2 LA teams. There's LA Galaxy and LAFC.
I know.
Is it one of them? Because they're kind of each other's rivals
as well.
How about
both? Are they going, oh, you're not our rival, little brother? Have they started that mess?
Assume that
we've beaten them both.
Yeah,
so
exactly. You win the championship in your first year,
100%.
They'll both have to be coming for you as opposed to the other way around. It'll be nice to turn that dynamic around on its head.
Yeah, classic LA move, man. Classic LA move. I love it.
And that is don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
As I mentioned, when we come back, we can take a Ben and Woods look ahead at the 2026 schedule.
Ben and who?
Woods. What we like, what we don't like, coming up next season for your San Diego Padres here on 97.3 The Fan.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Nativa Interiors. This Labor Day weekend, two iconic design companies are joining forces for a warehouse sale. Join Nativa Interiors at Hold It Contemporary Home in Miramar for huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and outdoor furnishings. Call or text for more details at 619-215-6893. Can you believe it's already Labor Day on Monday? We're going to be off on Monday morning, as I hope many of the Tier 1s are.
Yeah.
For Labor Day, the unofficial end of summer.
What are you guys doing?
Is already upon us.
What are you guys doing for Labor Day?
I am anchoring at Channel 10.
Sleeping in. Not laboring.
Laboring on Labor Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna build a new deck probably
Really?
start that day.
No projects.
No, obviously not. Who are you talking to? I can't defrost meat. You think I'm going to go in the backyard and start building up a new deck? Man, no, I don't know. I don't know what plans we have. We're playing ball on Sunday.
Beach day on Monday. You've been more of a beachy family. I'm sure it'll be crowded. Labor Day is always a big beach day for everybody.
Yeah.
Getting that last licks of summer in before it's over.
We may do something like that, but yeah, enjoy. Always nice to have a Monday off. Padres play that day. Yes. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Baltimore?
Yeah, Baltimore Orioles in town.
My man Aussie Tony arrives that day, I believe. So he'll be in studio next week. Going to be going to the Orioles game on Tuesday night.
We'll have tickets to give away for that game later in the show as well. It's the Manny Machado City Connect basketball jersey night game.
By the way, it's already gone from
I thought you did.
I didn't take it.
Took the dibs on it.
Somebody grabbed it, and I don't have.
It wasn't me.
I don't have it. I wanted to take it home, and it's not.
We
here.
determined it was much too small for anyone in.
I think I could have
your family.
I think I could have fit into it.
Really?
Yeah, I do. After looking back on it with hindsight, but somebody has already grabbed it.
Steampunk says, "How dare you be off on Monday? That's my first day back at school after summer break. It's Labor Day. There's no one goes to school on Labor Day, right?"
Well, he's in a different country, I think, isn't he?
Hmm.
He might be.
Oh, maybe that's possible. They don't have Labor Day in other countries.
Rod says maybe it was Adam that took it, but it would look like a nightgown on Adam, so I don't think it would work. He better not have. But somebody snagged it. I was under the impression that I wasn't allowed to take it, but apparently you were. All right, that's gone. Guess I'll have to go to the game. When's the game? They're giving it away
Tuesday.
Oh, I'll be there.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Get one anyway.
I'll be
You
fine.
can pick your own size.
That's right.
When you come through the gates on Tuesday, we'll give away those tickets a little bit later. And once again, for the second time, we will be joined by promotions assistant Nathan. And his big voice, Woods has something apparently special planned.
I do.
For our 9 o'clock hour, right around 9:30. Is that Nathan's coming in?
Yeah,
All right, so we'll do the Reindl Report a little bit
show
early. All right, right now, though, let's check traffic, and then we'll take our Ben and Woods look at the Padres 2026 schedule coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. It looks like fire crews may still have that right lane blocked for an earlier vehicle fire, South 5 Coastline, just past the racetrack. Another vehicle fire, northbound 805 past El Cajon Boulevard. This is a pickup truck at the Center Divide. Fire crews got that left lane blocked. Hit and run crash, southbound 805 near 47th. That's over to the right shoulder. Also traveling on northbound at 5, an accident has cleared near the Coronado Bridge. Got this other accident in the clearing stage just past Balboa. That's over the right shoulder. Tow truck on scene. Now getting reports of a collision westbound 78 just past Broadway. This has got the slow lane blocked. Before you hit the beach, the mountains, or even the 5 this Labor Day weekend, be road trip ready with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No appointment needed. Stay in your car while they change your oil and check your tires, battery, and fluids. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All in all, I think a little more balanced schedule for the San Diego Padres in 2026. We all kind of complained this year about how the 4 series against the Dodgers were set up, having them back-to-back once in June and then back-to-back again here in August, and then not playing them in the final month of the season when you might, have a division title up for grabs, but you won't see them again until possibly the postseason.
Well, it was weird not seeing them until June.
Yeah,
maybe not an early April series, but I'm also not that upset with that. If the first meeting wasn't until June, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, if you
give
have
them a couple of
June,
months.
July, August, and September, and one each month, that would be fine. But to do 2 in June and then 2 in August and be done was kind of strange. So they sort of fixed that in the upcoming 2026 schedule. The Padres will play their first series against the Dodgers in May 18th through the 20th.
Nice.
And then they will once again host the Dodgers at the end of June. So they'll play their first 2 series against the Dodgers at home. Then they'll quickly return, just like they did this year, and go and play 4 in LA. So they'll go 3 in LA, 3 versus LA here. Then they go to Chicago to play the Cubs, and then 4 in LA. So that's kind of a really quick one. But then they do have another series in LA at the end of September, the second to last series of the season.
Mama.
So if it does come down to it, you'll still have those last 3 games to potentially decide a division at the end of the year against the Dodgers.
Yeah, and Chris, I was looking at the San Diego Padres official X account, and I think it was Chris Bristol that said, man, the Padres got hosed, having to visit pretty much every Midwest South team in the dead of summer. They got to visit Chicago, Kansas City, Atlanta, Miami's indoors, Cleveland, the Mets, Tampa Bay. Where do they play? They're outside now. Cincinnati, all in July and August.
That is a pretty brutal summer stretch of road games in heat and humidity.
It's so
I think
bad.
that's the worst part of the schedule for the Padres, honestly, is just the constant heat on the road. Even the games that are indoors, Miami and Arizona, you're still traveling to 2 of the hotter places you're going to find in July and August.
So you got the All-Star game this year on July 14th in Philadelphia. And I'm just thinking of Jesse Agler at home with his family for the All-Star game. And then on the 16th or whatever of July, he loads up and he's off to Kansas City for 3. Then he's off to Atlanta for 4. Then he finishes up in Miami for 3 more.
That's Comic-Con. That's all. The Padres always play that long stretch on the road right after the All-Star break because
it's
they
just
have to
insane.
They have to get out of Petco Park because they use Petco Park now for Comic-Con. So it's usually their longest road trip of the year. It is. The longest stretch, though, is 17 games in a row.
Woo!
but it's right into the All-Star break. So you at least have a finish line. They go home against the Dodgers, at the Cubs, at the Dodgers, 4 at home against the Diamondbacks, and then 3 at home against the Blue Jays for 17 in a row leading into the All-Star break. There's another long stretch from July 28th through August 12th as well that is going to really feel like some dog days. But most of those are at home. Only 4 of those are on the road. They're in Arizona, indoors, quick trip back. So you'll feel like you basically were at home for like almost 3 weeks after that long road trip, which is kind of nice, even though you don't have any off days.
Well, and you know, the dog days of August, certainly you play a couple of tough teams early. Then well, again, you don't know how these teams are going to be next year. So just based on kind of what we think, you know, you'll have the Twins at home for 3, then the Pirates at home for 3, then you're off to Tampa Bay and Cincinnati. You got the Yankees at home, the Nationals at home, Giants, Rockies, Marlins, Dodgers, Diamondbacks to finish out the season. So I've already got earmarked on my calendar to try to get to the Chicago games, right? That's what we were thinking about.
A little bit. Yeah,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, it's at the end of June would be an interesting series. They also have a road trip scheduled for the end of April. Right now, it's a 2-game series. It says at Arizona, but the reports, not confirmed or official yet, are that those 2 games will be played in Mexico City as part of an international series. Diamondbacks will be the home team, so the Padres aren't giving up any home games on their schedule, which is good. But that's why it's a 2-game series and not a 3-game series for the travel internationally for the Padres to play the Diamondbacks. I would expect an announcement officially on that sometime in the next few weeks if they get all the details ironed out. The start of the season is interesting. Padres usually play at home because the weather's better here, and they will. They will welcome the Detroit Tigers to town for the first 3 games, which means probably going to face Tarek Skubal in the first game of the season. Who knows who the Padres opening day starter will be next year? I mean, you know, no guarantee Michael King is on the team. Going to be a free agent. Dylan Cease going to be a free agent.
As of right now, it's Pivetta.
Yeah, Pivetta. Joe Musgrove could be back and pitching at that point. We'll see how he is in terms of stretched out as a starter after spring training, or it could be Yu Darvish, go with the venerable veteran in the first game of the season, or who knows who AJ Preller will sign or trade for in the offseason.
I love Paul Skeens.
But one thing that is a concern, as I've been looking at just the overall standings this year and how the Padres have fared, one thing is very clear. Padres have played their worst baseball generally against the American League teams.
No question.
They're now 17-21 in interleague games.
That's better than I thought it was.
Which means, that's a little better than I thought it was. But that means against National League opponents, Padres are
take 38 out, right?
58-37.
Pretty damn good.
One of the best records. I don't have all the National League records in front of me, but that is definitely one of the best records against National League of any team. Might be the best record. I think it is, because like Milwaukee's 7 games above 500 against American League teams. So they're only, not nearly as good. The Padres have been really good against National League teams, not so good against the American League teams this year. And, of course, they'll start against the American League team next year.
Of course they will.
Yeah.
Of course they will. Yeah, Tarek Skubal on opening day is going to be electric out at Petco Park. It's an interesting one. Tigers coming in. That's cool. Already looking forward to it. Baseball's not over.
Hopefully it's a World Series rematch. That would be really exciting.
Would be incredible. Just like 84. Hope it goes better.
Oh, yeah.
84,
yeah.
Right?
But that would be, it's a good problem to have. Like if you had to face the Mariners in the World Series, you go, we didn't do well against the Mariners this year. Lost their series to the Tigers, but it was a close one.
Yep.
In Detroit earlier this season, 2 out of 3. But yeah, the American League teams have generally. Padres did beat Boston 2 out of 3. That was one they got recently, but it's been a bugaboo. The Blue Jays series was maybe the worst series they played all year long, including a 14-0 loss and getting swept. That's a team that could make it to the World Series from the American League. So yeah, Padres have had a significant amount of trouble against the AL teams in interleague play this year.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, we've got some wheels in motion right now with a couple of things we're working on behind the scenes, maybe a trip or 2 in the future. Somebody said in the chat, how about a tier 1 road trip to Anaheim? Done. Done. Super easy to do and a super fun ballpark to go to. And they got that big bucket of nachos that you can eat, Ben. They got everything.
Generally plenty of tickets available.
Plenty of tickets available. Really, really nice clean, fun plays.
What if we
Maybe you could
organize
see Anthony Rendon play.
Paulie, let's not get ahead of
tier
ourselves.
one takeover of the
Oh,
Big A,
yeah.
of Angel Stadium? See if we can get like more Padres fans than Angels fans
for
for that
sure.
game. Guess it depends on what Artie Moreno does in the offseason.
Not really. I mean, I think we can do it. It's there. I mean, look, they're a pretty young, exciting team. They got some really good young players. Joe Adell just hit his 30th home run, Ben. That was a guy the Angels faithful wanted shipped out ASAP and hit his 30th bomb. That's good for him. Really, really highly touted prospect, and he's making some waves in Anaheim. So happy for them. I like them. I like them a lot. They handled business against the Dodgers for us this year. That's for sure.
We'll reset everything coming up at the top of the hour. Also, if you were a golf fan, I don't know if we'll talk about it much, but Keegan Bradley set to announce his Ryder Cup captain's choices in the next 15 minutes or so. I'm fascinated to see if he's going to pick himself. It's really like a psychological dilemma.
God, I know you would. I know you
I don't
would.
know. I just don't know what I would
Paulie,
do.
Does he pick himself?
If Ben was in
Yes.
charge? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You're not gonna let that go by.
It's all coming up on the Fan.
Halfway home on a Wednesday, Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. Did you really think we were going to go the entire show without mentioning the biggest story in the news yesterday? Travis and Taylor getting engaged. It's not really my vein here, I'm going to be honest with you, but, I think it's the biggest story going in pop culture right now, certainly. I'm Woodsy, that's Paul Reindl, executive producer. Paulie has seen Taylor Swift live in concert. Ben has not seen Taylor Swift live in concert. I haven't either. Not saying I wouldn't. My wife is not, she doesn't listen to Taylor Swift. So I think, if she did, I'd go. I would go to see like the whole spectacle, the whole thing.
I have nothing against Taylor Swift at all. I don't not go because I dislike her music. I don't want to deal with the Swifties and the giant cost and such of a performance.
Well, buddy, that's concerts nowadays.
I don't want to. First of all, let's break this down. I don't want to deal with the Swifties. Do you think they'd be mobbing you or something? They won't care that you're there.
They won't
even
you.
notice.
There's so many of
you
them.
You won't
Like
exist.
big crowds. Enough!
I'm
at that age.
Enough!
I don't
want to deal with
I don't need to
people.
subject myself to the giant, 80,000
friendship bracelets. I don't want one. Leave me alone.
Ben walks into his section. Hey, everybody, I'm just here for the show.
Just want to see the music. Shut
All
up.
right, everybody, stay out of my way.
God.
No bracelets.
Now, if she was playing, somewhere small, like
Ma'am,
Belly
can you
Up
put your
or
sign
something,
down?
I'd consider it. But
would you
I
like
doubt,
the Belly Up or something? I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, somebody said Ben would just be just another dad there. That's exactly what you'd be like. Oh, look at the guy's dad over here looking at his phone.
I don't have daughters, so I don't really need to worry about it too much.
Yeah, so it was obviously a huge deal. Came out yesterday. The world has been captivated by this union. Also, it did get a little bit out of control, and it's not either of their faults, in my opinion. Like Taylor Swift couldn't control that there were cameramen in the NFL that were like, "I'm just gonna pan here and leave it." She was just there watching her boyfriend play a game. I'm here. I'm watching my boyfriend.
Oh my God, she ate a chicken tender,
dude, and they're just like keeping it trained. That's not her fault. It's not her fault.
Human being drinks alcohol at a football game. Breaking news at 11.
So congratulations to them, number one. I do think, and I didn't watch the entire podcast. I watched the clips that I saw that made their way onto social media, which is pretty much how I consume most media these days. And from what I heard, I'll be honest, I think they're kind of adorable. I'll just say it. I think they're a really cute couple, and they seem to get along really well, and they seem to really love each other, and good for them. And
I am curious as to what was different about Travis as opposed to the other guys that didn't cut the muster, as it were.
Is it muster or mustard?
I think it's muster.
I always thought it was mustard.
You can't cut mustard.
I know, which is why I always thought it was weird. Cut the mustard.
I think it's cut the mustard.
You're probably right, but didn't we all, Paulie, didn't you think it was cut the mustard?
I think it is cut the mustard.
You cut it with baking soda, so then you can sell more of it.
No, you cut the mustard. You're right. Cut the mustard.
You cut it with baby laxatives, and then you can double your profits. That's how you cut things, as far as I know.
You cut the mustard.
All right, we can get back to this because I am fascinated.
I pass muster, but you cut the mustard.
Okay.
All
right.
Well, anyway, all the guys who had the horrible songs written about
totally
them.
different from everybody.
He's a different guy, and I think at the end of the day, she feels safe with him. Like the dude she dated from that band, 1975. That dude's a train wreck. Nobody's gonna Matt Healy. Like no one's gonna pin that. He's not all of a sudden be like, yes, let's retire to the English countryside, and I'm just gonna give up all this. Travis Kelce's at the end of his career, the biggest pop star in the world. They had a little connection, and he's nice and he's kind to her and he loves her, and it's great. So I'm happy for them. Like I think it's great. I think, and honestly, like as far as a celebrity couple goes, good for them. I actually feel like it could last. I really do, and I think he has the right perspective on dating the biggest star in the world. I really do. She is worth, I read yesterday, 8 times what he is worth as far as net worth goes. I think he's a really confident and secure guy. And I think that's the kind of person you have to be to date somebody like that.
And I think he's had obviously enough of his own success, though, that he's not looking to capitalize on hers.
Yeah, he's not
looking
a gold
to capitalize on his.
They've both got pretty big platforms, high numbers in their bank accounts.
Yeah.
Like they're both doing very well.
For sure.
I think it's like because I was like, I think about all of the like coordinating that goes into like the podcast that they did that they knew was going to like break records
Correct.
ahead of time. I think they were like engaged right before that is like when it happened.
Yeah, it happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so I guess Travis's dad asked, he goes, so when do we announce this engagement? And Travis goes, whenever she tells me to. And I'm like, all right, you've just figured out marriage, buddy. It took me a long time to figure out marriage.
Like they both,
whatever
his
you want.
podcast and then her everything, like they kind of have their own enterprises. And it's just like I was thinking, I was like, what does that prenup look like?
Manny in the chat says, I thought this was a sports show. What does Travis Kelce do for a living, Manny? He's a tight end on the Kansas City Chiefs. So there you go. I feel like her bases
How is
are
this going
covered.
to impact the Chiefs' chances of bouncing back after they lost the Super Bowl last year?
Well, you think that's funny. They did think pieces on, is he distracted? I mean, he did not, by the way, he did not have a good year. Like he was not fully.
He's also getting older.
He's getting older, right? So
they had like workouts yesterday at training camp, and I saw like videos of him just out there stretching.
doing
And other players would have media availability, microphones in their face, and they're asking him. They're like, "Yeah, I can't. I'm not saying anything."
I loved it. I thought it was. I think it's really sweet. I'm into it. I like love. I think it's great, and good for them. That's my take on it.
I do disagree with one thing though, and that is I saw this many times yesterday where people said the moral of the story. Because how Travis Kelce met Taylor Swift was by just asking on his podcast, like, I wish I could have met her. I went to her concert. I wanted to get her number. Hey, just to have a crush on her. I've always had. I would love to meet her. And it got back to her. They connected some way, and they're hopefully going to live happily ever after. And they always said yesterday, hey, that's the moral to guys. Shoot your shot. What's the worst that can happen?
You can go to prison. This is the worst that can happen.
All you got to do is shoot your shot.
Yeah, guys, it's that easy.
We heard that a lot too with Pete Davidson and the run that he was on with all the different girls he was connected to. And I was like, how? And you're like, oh, he just shoots his shot. He's approachable, charismatic, funny.
Everybody on the planet also knows that he's packing, word gets around. Remember him complaining? Everybody just knows me for my giant penis. Oh, I would love to be known for my art and not my giant penis. Please stop talking about my giant penis for the love of God.
Travis Kelce, it's like, yeah, all you got to do is just ask. Just shoot your shot.
And you're already
win a Super Bowl.
Hugely successful, charismatic, handsome fellow.
Yeah.
Go ahead and shoot your shot. For the rest of us,
Fred, who waits tables, it's like, hey, if you're not doing anything later. I mean, look, I'm not saying it can't
Ben
work.
Woods and Paul, who are radio hosts.
Right. It's not going to work.
Don't be shooting your shot all over the place. It's not going to go well.
Say that.
And you're going to come off looking like a real creep if you just keep shooting your shots.
Now, listen, I do think there is something to be said for doing it the right way, right? I mean, they're such high-level celebrities. None of us will ever really understand what it means. But it's not, you can't break it down as simply as, yeah, anybody could have had her if we just asked. It's like, no, that's not the case. There's an echelon that you need to be in.
She was just waiting for an earnest guy to ask her out.
Literally a guy named Ernest. Anybody, like, Ernest, what do you do?
I think it's a good lesson. I mean, if you win the Super Bowl multiple times and have a spot in the Hall of Fame of your industry waiting for you in a couple of years, and you've hosted SNL, and you have the #1 podcast in America,
then yes.
Then I think, like the moral of the story is shoot that shot.
100%. And
see what happens.
You have to know what class you're playing in. You have to know they call it punch your weight. You got to punch your weight.
Yeah.
And they're in the same weight class as far as celebrity and everything else. Stardom, all that. Yeah. But I'm not saying that actors and actresses and musicians haven't married the commoners before. They have, and sometimes it's worked out really, really well for them. But in this case, I think with Taylor Swift and her level of magnitude on the planet, it had to be somebody of that ilk. And I'm really happy for them. I think it's great. So there you go.
I mean, Notting Hill is my favorite romantic comedy of all time.
It's so good. But no, you don't look like Hugh Grant. You don't look like Hugh Grant, and you're not English and charming like he is. So Ben, I'm with you. It's my favorite rom-com.
It is.
All time.
It's so good.
It makes me weep every time I see it. I love that film. It's so good. So good.
We just watched it over the weekend. When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, I love that when Harry Met Sally. But they're, that's a different thing. It's a different thing entirely. How great was Alec Baldwin as her boyfriend? He was incredible. Incredible. Nasty surprise? Good surprise. It's so good. So anyway, congratulations to the happy couple. Very, very happy for them. And the wedding will, break the internet.
Or it will be done and we'll not even know about it until like 4 months later.
Right.
And they'll say, oh, by the way, we got married, back in January and no one told anybody.
It's like this Dominic brings up in the chat. Remember when the guy from Victorville, the human cigarette, Russ? When that guy tried to shoot his shot with Hannah.
Yes.
Look, I'm out of her class. I don't know how I got her, but you're definitely out. You are a walking
Russ
cigarette butt
totally
with legs.
Shoot your shot guy.
He is, but
and
he
this
doesn't.
is who you shouldn't be.
He also is like, let me see your tees right now. That's how he shoots his shot. You have to be discerning and kind and gentlemanly when you shoot your shot. You can't just say, please let me blank you. I would love to blank you. That's not going to work for 99.99% of women.
Joey says that I'm a cross between Mark Ruffalo and Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
which is
new Vince Vaughn.
Still,
right.
It's a compliment either way. I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get.
Yeah, you'll take
celebrity comparisons.
Yeah.
Woods has gotten Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, and Judd Nelson back in the day, but RDJ.
But now Kevin James is usually the one that
You
most
son
people.
of a bitch. I hate you. What a turd he is. All right. Well, pay back some money.
Meanwhile, Swingers over here.
Yeah. Oh, I
is
can't
just
see too
taking
well.
shots.
Hey, you're some money, baby.
Yeah, are we talking Fred Claus or are we talking Swingers? two different Vince Vaughns.
I hate him. I'm so mad. Stupid. Yeah.
Oh man.
That one got me. That got me. I get it from time to time. It's all right.
I think
He's
even
funny.
the celebrities, though, that are considered not the better looking celebrities are still way better looking than most normal people.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Don't you think?
I think I'm better looking than Steve Buscemi. I think I am. I think I could probably, he's more famous, he's more talented, he's brilliant. But, objectively, I think I'm more handsome than a famous Hollywood
But when
actor.
you get talented and famous enough, you're no longer ugly.
Correct.
You're interesting.
You're
looking.
interesting. That's
Yeah.
exactly
He's got
right.
an interesting look, doesn't he? Steve Buscemi has a really interesting look.
A very, very interesting look. One that you look at and you go, I have to have him in my movie. Because you don't want everybody that looks, like you, Vince Vaughn and Mark Ruffalo. You need some of the guys that look like me, the interesting guys. But thanks for bringing up the Kevin James. That's pretty solid. Paulie, I know your wife is a huge Swiftie. How did she handle this news? She had to have known it was
I
coming.
think she had to leave the office. She was so excited and getting so many text messages.
She's like,
She was at work. I gotta step out of this
I gotta
meeting.
step outside.
I'll be right back. No, she's elated.
She's
and
stoked.
I mean,
She tweeted something last night, or she put on Instagram. I was crying laughing. She posted a picture of their engagement picture. She goes, I've never been more annoying. I was dying laughing.
no, I was shocked at like the just outpouring of coverage.
It was crazy.
Everywhere you went.
Everywhere.
I started thinking, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the
Bigger
top celebrity couples of my lifetime. I mean, it was like Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt and Angelina.
Yeah, these were big.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry,
None
Kim
of-
and Kanye. Like, this is like right up there, and maybe surpasses
The
all
biggest,
of them.
I think, and none of them have ended up well. The ones you just named.
No.
I think Meghan Markle's still married, but other than that, the rest of them have been absolute train wrecks. Also, congratulations are in order this morning for the head coach, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Did you guys see that news?
No,
Was that
Bill
real?
Belichick has
Is that real?
That's what I saw.
engaged.
No,
Oh no.
There he-
nope. They're having a baby.
Oh,
If that's true, I did see it yesterday all over the place that they are having they're going to welcome their first child.
No, stick to
Wonder what
sports. How is this going to
Steve
affect North
Belichick
Carolina's
feels
defense?
About this, I'm about to get a baby brother. He's like
40
he's
years
like
old.
in his 40s, and he's about to get a baby brother.
Steve, I forgot about Steve Belichick. He's like, really? All right,
Dad?
cool, Dad. Feels
Like
real good.
King of the
doesn't
Hill. King of the Hill. Hank had a baby brother when he was like 50 years old.
it? Yeah, but that's a cartoon. This is
Right,
real life. He is Steve Belichick. He's like, what? Okay, welcome, bro. Good to have you. Yeah, 40-year age gap. If it's true, it's nuts. Congratulations. Kids are a delight every single day. So good.
My brother, he's old enough to be my grandpa.
Yeah, for real. It's fantastic. Oh,
All
that's
right,
good.
let's see. We're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, Bill just shot. He shot a shot. What
He
can you
did.
say, man? It worked out well.
We're going to play a little Take on Woods when we come back. If you'd like to try to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas and the $175 food and beverage credit, the day club passes at Resorts World, Take on Woods and his musical trivia challenge coming up next, 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. We'll play our game coming up. Don't forget, promotions assistant Nathan's going to be in studio a little bit later in the show today as well.
Are we all going to naturally lower our voices when he walks in?
I know I do. Every time I think about him, I just want to make sure I'm talking at my absolute deepest tone.
Yes.
Take on Woods coming up next after traffic on 97.3 The Fan. First, though, going to play a little prize picks with you. Actually, I was at home and I said, my son was saying, "Oh, I got my prize picks lineup set up." I said, "You're doing prize picks too?" He goes, "Yep." I am now doing prize picks as well. Hey, if it's good enough for my kids, it's good enough for you out there. It's daily fantasy for everybody. Millions of users, billions of dollars in awarded winnings. It's really easy to play prize picks. All you have to do to get started is download the app. Go to their website, prizepicks.com, and then use the code KWFN. When you download the app, you're going to get $50 in free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KWFN. Get $50 in free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. At that point, you can set your lineups however you want. You're just picking against the numbers between 2 and 6 players in each lineup, more or less on stat projection. So if you're watching baseball, and Prize Picks is the official daily fantasy sports partner of the San Diego Padres, you can pick Fernando Tatis Jr. more or less than 1/2 of one hit for a day, or something, or Luis Arias more or less than 1.5 hits in a day, or strikeouts. Yu Darvish more or less than 4.5 strikeouts in an outing. You have those kind of options, and then with football season starting, look for special squares with some of your favorite players like Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and others, and win real money. It's that easy to do. It's that easy to play. Just start today. Again, download the app and use that code KWFN to get started with Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Just because I know I was curious, it is official. Keegan Bradley did not choose himself for the Ryder Cup team. He will only be the captain, not playing. The captain's picks just made: Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Ben Griffin, Cameron Young, Patrick Cantlay, and Sam Burns will join the U.S. Ryder Cup team at Bethpage Black next month.
We're going to get bodied.
I don't know. We do have Scotty Scheffler.
That is true. He is
worth
a bit of a
something.
secret
He's
weapon, not so
best
secret.
player on the planet. I kind of like Sam Burns, best putter maybe that America has. You can pair him with Scheffler and like alternate shot. That would be a fairly devastating combination. Cantlay I've never been a fan of, but he's good in these kind of events. He has a really good 15-6-1 record in Ryder Cup and President's Cup team play.
I saw somebody tweet the other day of him about to hit a drive, and someone said you can see the grass growing under his feet. He takes
so long,
17 to 18 minutes to hit a shot. It's nuts.
Keegan just said, decision. I made it a while ago that I'm not playing. Tough decision, but just wants to be the captain only.
That's cool.
He admitted that the stress of even thinking about it was impacting his game, and he just thought, if even just the stress of thinking about it is impacting me, imagine trying to be the captain and playing at the same time. So that's your U.S. Ryder Cup team now set. We got a contestant ready for Take on Wood, so let's get to today's game. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we got Casey. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Casey, you're our contestant today. Woods has left the studio. You'll go first. 5 questions of musical trivia. And if you beat or tie Woods, you will qualify for our grand prize monthly drawing. It is a trip for two to Resorts World Las Vegas, 2 nights, 2 VIP expedited admission passes to the AU Day Club, and a $175 food and beverage credit, 5 unique pools. They've got a stunning pool complex and no resort fees and complimentary parking this summer. Check out the rates at rwlasvegas.com. All right, to give you the advantage, we'll let you pick the category. Here are your choices. McLovin, 5 song titles and artists that include lovin' in the name. Cherry picking, those are all 2-second songs, including the word cherry. And our new category is You've Got the Apart. That is 5 songs with either part or apart in the title. So McLovin, cherry picking, or You've Got the Apart. Casey, what would you like to play?
I think I'm going to go McLovin.
McLovin. Okay, today we have 5 song titles and artists that all include lovin'. Not loving, lovin' in the name. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 5 as possible. If you don't know one, you can say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is the 2-second song. Paulie's queuing it up now. Play a little bit of music. You need to give me a song title and the artist to score that point. Casey, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right, remember the key word, lovin'. Your category, McLovin. 60 seconds on the clock. Casey, your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck. Let's take on Woods.
Pass.
Maverick and Goose belt out which Righteous Brothers hit to Charlie in the early bar scene from the movie Top Gun.
Pass.
ZZ Top wants what? And All Your Hugs and Kisses Too in a 1983 song title.
Give me all your loving.
Correct. Journey's first top 40 hit was a 1979 song about doing what 3 things?
Pass.
Which 1960s rock band is best known for hits including Do You Believe in Magic and Summer in the City?
Oh, no. Pass.
Let's go back to the 2-second song.
That's not You Make Lovin' Fun.
That is not. Maverick and Goose belt out which Righteous Brothers hit to Charlie in the early bar scene from the movie Top Gun. I don't think one's going to be enough, Casey, but thank you for playing. You can hang on the line just in case. So you got Give Me All Your Lovin' by ZZ Top. The other answers, I Was Made for Lovin' You by Kiss. You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin' by the Righteous Brothers. Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin' by Journey. And The Lovin' Spoonful is Summer in the City and Do You Believe in Magic? All right, Woods comes back in from his isolation. He gets the same 5 questions without the benefit of the category. 60 seconds on the clock. Woods, your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck. Let's take on Casey.
I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss.
Correct. Maverick and Goose belt out which Righteous Brothers hit to Charlie in the early bar scene from the movie Top Gun.
Oh my God! Don't come back to it.
ZZ Top wants what? And All Your Hugs and Kisses Too. In a 19...
Give Me All Your Lovin'.
Correct. Journey's first top 40 hit was a 1979 song.
You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling, by the way.
Correct. Journey's top 40 hit was a 1979 song about doing what 3 things?
Lovin', touchin', squeezing.
Correct. Which 1960s rock band is best known for hits including Do You Believe in Magic?
The Lovin' Spoonful.
And you got a 5 for 5 and a 5-1 win today over Casey in the category McLovin.
McLovin.
Yeah.
I partied with
Not
that
loving.
guy in LA.
Did you?
Yeah. Insane. Insane. I have a picture somewhere of me and McLovin out.
Who's the actor?
I don't even know his name. I'll call him McLovin.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Is that right?
Plasse, yeah.
He was he's a drummer, and he was in a band.
Yeah.
And they played the Troubadour, and my friend's band was
That just sounds cool. They're playing the
Troubadour, no
yeah.
doubt. So he opened for my friend's band. So I went, he's like, by the way, McLovin's on the drums. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, McLovin. I'm like, really? And I went and saw him. We all ended up going out after. It got maybe the rowdiest I've ever got in my entire life was that night in LA. And it was fun. He was a super nice guy. Took pictures and was chicks everywhere, all over him, all over. I was like,
I had a roommate in
it's
college.
crazy.
He said he was at a party in LA and McLovin was there.
Yeah.
And we're like, no. He's like, yeah, I got his number. We're like, no, you don't. He's like, yeah, it's right
Yeah.
here. It says McLovin in his phone. We're like, call it right now. And he called it. And you just hear, hello. And my buddy goes, yeah, hey, is this McLovin? And he goes, F. And he hung
And
up.
hangs up.
Hung up on him.
Just gets so annoyed. Yeah, God, that night was bananas night. Oh my God, really fun though, really fun. Those days are long gone.
Congratulations on your win. When we come back, did you miss it? Jesse Agler's Incorporator, Major Garrett supplied the word. Winkle picker. How did he work it into last night's broadcast against the Mariners? Get to that coming up next here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Man, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate the fine folks over at QC Kinetics. Got a text yesterday from Charlie, and he said, Wizzy, I know that you slid into second base and jammed your wrist. We'd love to take a look at it. They've completely healed my wrists from the first round of pain I had a few years ago. And they're just awesome people. That's where the treatment is phenomenal, but they're just awesome people too. Going to go in next week, and I'm going to have them look at it and maybe get another treatment on my right wrist and just make sure it stays strong, because it's really important to me that it does, because I don't want to miss out on anything. I don't want to miss out on a baseball game or playing golf or throwing the ball with my boys, hitting BP with them, all that stuff that means so much to me. So if you woke up, you don't feel good as far as your joint pain is concerned, QC Kinetics can be a relief for you. Long-term, lasting relief, doing things that, frankly, I wasn't even able to do before. No surgery, no drugs, no long recovery, a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back. You can bring your MRI in. You can bring your x-rays. They'll make sure you're a good candidate. Grab the phone right now. Give them a call today. Locations in Hillcrest and Torrey Hill, 619-614-PAIN, 619-614-PAIN. Once again, 619-614-PAIN. Love QC Kinetics. Call them today.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Nativa Interiors. This Labor Day weekend, two iconic design companies are joining forces for a warehouse sale. Join Nativa Interiors and Hold It Contemporary Home in Miramar for huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and outdoor furnishings. Call or text for more details at 619-215-6893. Maybe you can pick up a fridge for your garage. Nope, you're not allowed.
Not allowed. I would love to. I'll do it today. Would that be a nice surprise for my wife as she returns from Hawaii?
A garage fridge.
She walks in. I'm like, decided to surprise you.
I know. It was just the anxiety of picking a fridge.
Did it.
Yeah. There you go.
Kill me, man.
This could be the time, though. She'll be so happy that you've kept the kids alive.
No, I still have another day. So let's not go blanking each other's blanks just yet, buddy. Okay? Still have a whole nother day.
The house isn't wrecked. I mean, it is now, but hopefully by the time she gets back, it won't be.
I have so much to do. Any chance, if I get you guys some pizza and beer,
to come
do you
over?
Want to come over and help me clean and fold laundry today? Because I have.
That's an opportunity to actually get inside of your house, which is very rare.
He has seen it from the door jamb. That's as far as he's seen. He's looking over my shoulder. Oh, it looks nice. Yeah, good. Good for you. Do you need something? All right, see you later.
You guys should trade. You get to go into Ben's garage if Ben gets to walk in through your front door.
He cleaned it recently in the last year, but at the time, I mean, it was like boarded off. It was sealed off like the Goonies. Like it was all sealed off. He's
condemned.
Like, you cannot go in there.
It's a little better now, but I still wouldn't want you in my garage,
bro. I gotta get after it. There's no going home and relaxing and having me time. I mean, it is like nose to the grindstone as soon as I get out.
When's she back?
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow evening. So I got to have it dialed. And I don't want to do it all tomorrow. I have to get it all, start the process tonight. And I'll be screaming at the kid. I'll probably just take them out to dinner, honestly, because I don't want to mess up the kitchen. It's a lot. It's really, really difficult, man. It is. You really appreciate what your spouse does around the house and with the kids and everything else. And she says the same thing when I'm gone. You know, she appreciates all that I do, bath time and bedtime and all that. Like it's quite a scene when one of us is out.
We will pay off Jesse's Incorporator from last night's game right after this check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This traffic report is driven by local and veteran-owned Matty Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. Guys, it's been a pretty busy morning. Unfortunately, we're not over it yet, especially in the North County. That seems to be where we've had the most problems. East 78's been hit with an accident now right before Nordall Road. This was blocking the two right lanes. And westbound 78, accident clearing near Broadway. Also, a vehicle fire clearing from the Vista Village off-ramp. Crash blocking the right lane on westbound 56 just before El Camino Real. Heading down the coastline, southbound 5 at Birmingham, crash over to the right shoulder. And they've still got right lane blocked, south 5 just past the racetrack, doing some mob up from an earlier vehicle fire. Also around the county, got a collision on westbound 8 at the South 125 connector ramp. Also west 8, Fairmont Avenue on-ramp accident blocking the right lane, and a crash on northbound 805 University Avenue off-ramp. Got a buck, get a truck, lease the all-electric 2025 Ford Lightning for just $1 down and $349 a month at Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. SedanoFord.com. For more details, visit Sedano Ford or SedanoLincoln.com. I'm Kelly Danik with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Woods, you're literary English major. You ever read Tom Sawyer?
Oh, many times.
So Tom Sawyer, very famous part of the book by Mark Twain.
Exit the Warrior. Today's Tom Sawyer. He's a modern day warrior. Me means strut.
When he's forced to whitewash the fence by his aunt, and gets out of it by basically showing like how enjoyable it is. His friend, I forget what his Ben actually was. His friend.
Right.
Yeah, gets him to
old Rube Ben.
Gets him to paint the fence.
This is great. Is this amazing?
So Major Garrett was our little our Rube yesterday.
Yeah, he was
in studio. He was very excited to pick an Incorporator word, which has become a bit of a challenge for us after so many years of trying to come up with new words for Jesse to incorporate. We said, Major, hey, as long as you're here, we will. It's usually one of our favorite things to do, but we will let you pick the Incorporator word for Jesse.
And if you want to do the round table tomorrow, I would hate to.
And
give
if you
up my
want to
spot.
join us for our off-the-air podcast,
Yeah.
I mean, please be our guest. So
It
actually,
was
Major did a lot of our work for us yesterday,
God,
including providing this Incorporator word for Jesse.
Well, only say this: I am not worthy. You are a rock star.
He's the master, the absolute master of his craft. Jesse
So,
Agler.
in that spirit, because I know I want this to be fun for you, fun for the audience, your Incorporator word is winkle picker.
It's a real word.
It's a real word. These are British shoes worn by men in the 50s and 60s, primarily by rock bands. They're very pointy.
Very pointy indeed. So yesterday, we talked about it earlier, like Major Garrett was on pins and needles waiting for Jesse to incorporate winkle pickers into last night's broadcast. Came in the top of the 7th inning yesterday, and I think it's mentioned here in the clip, but they showed on the big board, they were showing people that were seated there at T-Mobile Park up in Seattle, and they showed the board flashed up Mariners legendary pitcher Jamie Moyer was there in attendance. So that's the context here in the top of the 7th inning.
One of my favorite guys from, I was going to say the generation when we were growing up, but he spanned multiple generations. Here's O'Hearn swinging and missing strike one. The ageless Jamie Moyer is in attendance. Showed him on the big board. I mean, when Jamie Moyer was first coming up, the rock stars were still wearing winkle pickers. And I mean, now.
Like you said, he's pitched at many eras.
Amazing. The best part about Major, too, is he dropped like 12 on us. So we have 11 more that we can go.
Only
We're
like
good
one
for the
of
rest
them
of the
had been
season, I
used.
think.
Yeah.
We're good till the end of the season's over. So
But a very nice job by Jesse Agler, as always, working his Incorporator word, winkle pickers, into last night's broadcast.
Got a big one today, Benny. Our little early baseball for you. 1:10 start here, right on 97.3 The Fan. And Brian Wu is pretty nasty dude against Yu Darvish today. And it's the case with probably a lot of starting pitchers around baseball. You just don't know what you're going to get with Yu Darvish. Could be phenomenal, could be very mid, as he's trying to kind of find his feel and his groove.
I'm saying that like every other day now, when him and Cease are back to back, it feels different. It feels
I feel
different.
like Dylan Cease has had all season. I have less patience. Yu Darvish is still
building
he's
back.
Essentially, this would be kind of toward the end of his spring training.
Yeah.
If this was a normal season for him.
He started 6 games?
Yeah.
Or something
that's a month and a half of spring training. He hasn't even been back a month yet. So we're essentially still kind of in the getting into his groove phase of the season, and he's gotten a little bit better. Yeah, there's been, a not so good one mixed in, but he's had 2 really good starts now,
It's
including his
similar in
last
that you're
start
still
against
not
the Dodgers.
super confident that you're going to get vintage you or vintage Cease right now. It's kind of you're waking up going, which version are we
But
getting
I feel like
tonight?
with you, we are definitely like in a normally.
Me?
No, you Darvish. We're tracking in the normal positive direction as a pitcher, like you would expect to him coming off a long stint on the injured list, would have a little starts and stops, but would start looking more like himself. And last start, he looked a lot more like himself against the Los Angeles Dodgers.
He did. He was spectacular. And what do we think about the bullpen today? Because it's a little bit taxed.
But day off tomorrow.
So you can.
I think everybody's probably available or
Ready
close
to go.
to it. I mean, I'm sure Mike Schiltz doing the old check-in right now, probably with everybody in the pen going, what can you give me if I need it today? And I doubt what's the total pitches from yesterday, Woods? Do you have the
I've got the I got it.
Usage.
Yeah, so yesterday Estrada threw 14 pitches, was effective. Mason Miller 30 pitches.
He might
so
he might be down after 30.
Jason Adam was 17
probably go again
pitches. Robert Suarez with 14.
Probably go again.
And Adrian Moreholm with 14.
Probably go again.
I mean, bro, when that guy comes in.
Get his 10th win yesterday, by the way, out of the bullpen. 10-4 with a 1.78 ERA. Struck out the side. And honestly, the 3 Mariners batters looked like they had absolutely zero hope against Adrian Moreholm yesterday.
I saw those numbers yesterday after the game, was doing a little show prep, and I'm like, is it absurd to think that he'll garner a couple of Cy Young votes
down ballot? Yeah.
I
think so. I think so.
He's been incredible, guys. I mean, and again, it's one of those. I saw people tweeting about it last night, kind of echoing the thoughts I was having before I was going to tweet it. He's the guy that comes out of the he's the guy that comes out of the bullpen that I have the most trust in right now. He walks in and I go, all right, I feel pretty good about this outing here. Jason Adam,
which is funny because after giving up the 2 runs yesterday, Jason Adam still has a 1.84 ERA,
right?
Essentially the same as Adrian Moreholm.
Didn't he inherit those?
Two of them were his.
2 were his. Okay,
yes.
Yeah. Oh man,
gave up the single to Julio Rodriguez and the 3-run homer to Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah.
So 2 of those were his, 4 were Dylan Cease.
Yeah, I thought those guys after Jason Adam, they came in and absolutely locked it down yesterday. So going to need him to do it again. If you can get a lead off Brian Wu, he has been outstanding this year. Benny's 11-7 with a 2.94. He struck out 160 to this point. So going to have to find a way to put it in play, try to get on. Nice to see Manny get a couple knocks last night. This matchup does not bode well for him today. He's 0 for 6 off of him. O'Hearn's hit him a little bit. Sheets has not hit him. Really, I mean, the guy with the most success and very limited at bats is Will Wagner, Ben. And I don't know that Will Wagner is going to be getting a start today, but he absolutely could. But yeah, Luis Ariz is hitting 167 off of Brian Wu. But listen, these are the caliber of pitchers you're going to be going up against in October, and you got to find a way to beat these guys. They did it last night.
Unquestionably, one of the hardest remaining series for the Padres.
Yeah,
and if they can win today and win this series,
would be massive.
You have gotten past a major roadblock on your way to where you want to go. You got the Minnesota Twins, you got the Baltimore Orioles, the Colorado Rockies, all coming up. None guaranteed, of course. You still have to play good baseball, but games are going to be heavily favored in most of those. Not these games in Seattle against this pitching staff, this lineup on the road, a team that has dominated you. I was worried. I was worried about getting swept. Now they've got that taken care of, and if you could actually win the series today, that would be huge. And it also would mean you'd be no more than a game away from the Dodgers. It would be nice to get a little help from the Cincinnati Reds, who've been a pretty decent team this year, but have not really given themselves much of a chance the last couple of days. This is the one, though. It's Nick Lodolo against Shohei Ohtani at 5:40.
Crazy that you would say that, right? Like that would be, if you had said that at the beginning of the season, Shohei's going to be pitching, you feel like your best opportunity to win against the Dodgers is when he pitches.
Now,
he's not been great.
The Dodgers are one of the biggest favorites in baseball today at minus 190, but Shohei Ohtani struggled his last time out. Lodolo has been pretty good this season for the Cincinnati Reds, 8-6 with a 3.05 ERA. And I think the Reds have to know they can't get swept at this point. If they want to keep their playoff dreams kind of on at least some sort of correct track, with the Mets winning the last 2 and them losing, if they, end up getting swept and the Mets sweep the Phillies, their playoff dreams are down to about 5%.
Yeah, and at this point for us, the way like we're going to the playoffs, 99.5% chance. You don't. Oh, you're helping us out by beating the Reds. You're good. We're fine. Now we're playing for seeding. Obviously, you need the Phillies to continue to lose, and you'd love to see the Dodgers drop a game, but you got to win one. You got to win one today. Every day right now feels like a playoff game. Mud said it last night. I couldn't agree more. I was as playoffy as it gets. And it's going to be that way for the next 29.
Yeah, Mets are throwing a guy named Nolan McLean today against Taijuan Walker. They also called up their prospect. What's his name?
Tong? Last name Tong? Justin
yeah.
Tong?
Tong. Jonah Tong.
Jonah Tong.
Jonah Tong.
Supposedly.
Because they need help in their starting rotation right now.
He's nasty. He's supposedly
That's
just
what we've heard.
Nasty. So,
but they've kind of rushed him up a little bit because they need him so badly right now. So you never know how that's going to go. But the Mets are trying to hold on to that last playoff spot and keep the Reds from catching up, gaining any ground. And while they're doing it, they're also helping the Padres and Dodgers by beating the Phillies the last couple of days, as the race for the number 2 seed is really just as important as the race for the division title.
It really is.
Winning the 3rd seed doesn't do much for you. You might as well just be a wild card team at that point because you're still playing in the wild card series. So, Padres could definitely need a win today. It would be nice if they could get a little bit of help, but you can't really count on it from any team against the Dodgers right now.
Yeah, you just got to control what you can control, and that's going out, putting together good ABs. Playing good defense is going to be imperative today. And they're a good lineup, man. It's a really, really good team. That's a team with World Series aspirations, and to watch them play the last 2 days, you can see why.
All right, coming up in our final hour, we've got promotions assistant Nathan back in studio for something special Woods has planned, and Paulie with the Reindl Report, including a Burning Man update coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan. Did see some good news before yesterday's Padres game in Seattle. Jackson Merrill was out on the field playing catch, doing a little running in the outfield. Took some swings, not in the cage, but just dry swings.
Dry hacks.
That is called baseball activity.
Yeah,
and
baseball
it's
activity.
the first baseball activity for Jackson since he was placed on the injured list, has not played since August 17th due to the sprained left ankle and bone bruise. He's eligible to come off the injured list. I believe it's Saturday in Minnesota.
Okay.
The thinking is that he should be able to come back either Saturday or Sunday in that series, but of course they'll have to see how he progresses. Also waiting to see on the plan for Michael King. According to Kevin Acee, he will likely pitch in a simulated game in Minnesota. So it'll probably be, I would think, Randy Vasquez now starting on Sunday against the Twins, because J.P. Sears was sent down to the minors yesterday.
They called up
Alec Jacob was added to the bullpen for a little extra arm, but that means J.P. Sears can't come back up unless someone gets injured.
So they'll throw Jacob maybe the next few days and then send him down.
Probably, and then have Vasquez come up, who, by the way, threw a nice start in AAA, which is hard to do, actually. 5 shutout innings, I think, his last time out. So you could see Randy Vasquez back. Will it be with an opener like it was against the Dodgers or just a straight start? Don't know. Either of those options probably on the table, but that would at least be where we're trending this weekend for the series against the Minnesota Twins. But either way, Padres are closer to getting healthier with Jackson Merrill and Michael King, both seemingly in the final stages of coming back, hopefully for the roster for the rest of the season with no more setbacks.
Yeah, and obviously there's going to be a decision to make for Mike Shilk. Gavin Sheets in the lineup. Led to us coming back and winning that game last night. Led off that inning with a double, putting together really good ABs, Benny. Another hit, scored twice yesterday, walked. I mean,
I said it on yesterday's show. I stand by it more or so today. He should be in the lineup just about every single day.
Yeah, you're going to
unless he feels he needs a day off.
Hitting 364 with 3 homers, 6 doubles over his past 12 games. That's a 1235 OPS. Yeah, you can't take Gavin Sheets out.
No one's ever said, "Hey, Fernando, this lefty-righty matchup." Manny, Xander, Merrill when he's healthy, like they're automatically in the lineup. Arise, Bogart. Gavin Sheets should be one of those guys.
Now, when you come back, is it Merrill who gets more days off to get Gavin Sheets in the lineup, or?
It's crazy to me that you wouldn't play Jackson Merrill, right? So that doesn't really make sense to me. We know the answer. We know the right answer. We also know what's not going to happen.
Or is it Luis Arise who gets days off and Gavin Sheets can play designated hitter with Ryan O'Hearn at first base?
Correct.
One of those kind of has to be the case, though. And that's not – you can argue that Mike Shildt stubbornly is keeping Luis Arise in the number 2 slot, and I think you'd be accurate in that. And I guarantee you he has his reasons for it as well. But when you talk about he's loyal to his players, he also is loyal to Gavin Sheets. He considers Gavin Sheets one of his players just as much as he does Luis Arise.
I don't know that I agree with that.
I don't know.
I don't think the loyalty is he's spread equally.
You don't think so?
The 26.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. No.
I don't think he hates Gavin Sheets or anything like that. But I think there's a lot more.
Gavin Sheets a lot.
He should. A guy plays like that when one of your star players goes down and steps up, and problem is when all this happened, we got all the new pieces. They went to Gavin Sheets immediately. How do you feel? And he said, "I'm just here to win. I've accomplished both things one of the 2 things I wanted to accomplish. One was get my career back on track, and I've done that. Number 2, I want to win a World Series, and whatever it takes to get there, I will do." Manager hears that, he's like, "All right, well, enjoy the bench, pal, because I got to get these guys in that I am extremely more loyal to." I think. I still.
It's just speculation. There's just so much talk about feelings and vibes and all that.
Yeah, vibes.
I'm like, what about Gavin Sheets' feelings?
Right. I'm raking right now. Why would you take me out? My OPS is over 1,200 in the last 12 games. Why would I have to go to the bench when I'm mashing and seeing the ball well? It doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't. So
I think there's conversations to be had about whether or not Luis Arise is even in the starting lineup. I don't see any net positives of him in the 2 spot.
No,
it hasn't worked. It's not working.
It's not working. Hasn't worked. So
I just am if you have to keep him in the lineup, the 2 spot, he is not producing.
But you
there.
Can't have O'Hearn, Sheets, Arise, Merrill in the same lineup, correct?
Correct.
There's just not
There's
enough
no way,
spots.
there's no way to do it. And in the month of August,
Take Cronenworth out, I guess.
Right. Which I
Arise is
don't really want to do.
in the month of August, Luis Arise hitting 235, 259 on base percentage, 583 OPS. Those are bad numbers. And that includes 1, 2,
But again,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 multi-hit games, including a 3-hit game, and he's still only hitting 235 with a 259 on base percentage. And that's in the month of August.
I'm just going on memory and feel right now. I'm not looking at his game log. But I mean, every time it feels like he does get on base, he hits those doubles that we do see those from time to time. Nobody's on base. It's just him standing at second. Toddy gets on, and it's a double play. It's a foul ball on a stolen base, or it's a fly ball to left field.
Yeah, man. AB's
time.
last night were not great. It's just he's scuffling. I believe in their belief in him. I just don't necessarily believe that he's in the best spot. And again, Schilt said it on Friday to me. He said, of course, performance is important. Well, by that logic, Gavin Sheets' performance would be important too, right? He's earned it. Louis hasn't lately. How do you do that? It's a very difficult job, So I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I mean, look, you can like Tyler says, you can bellyache all you want about it. Damn well when
I'm expecting no changes.
When Jackson comes back, Jackson's going to center, Louis staying at first or DHing, and he'll be in the 2-hole, and Gavin Sheets will be relegated to the bench.
I feel like it'd be easy to give Arise a day off against a lefty. If they had one coming up, I looked ahead to the Twins. I don't see any lefties scheduled to face the Padres in the rest of this week, which makes it, I think, easier to put Luis Arise into the lineup. He still has a 113 WRC plus against righties.
Yep.
Against lefties is like 70, well below average player offensively in the league. But we'll see. I mean, at least the next time there's a lefty in there, we'll see what Mike Schilt decides.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a day off from every now and then, though. It's been a long time since he felt like he's had any days off at all.
Who knows that better than me, Ben? Of course, I agree with you.
All right, Paulie's got some headlines. Let's get to the Reindl Report.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul. All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right. Happy Wednesday, gentlemen. We will get started with a couple of quick stories in sports here because I do want to save some time for my third story. In the NFL, I guess it was the most discussed quarterback battle in the NFL. Shedeur Sanders did make the Cleveland Browns roster. He's going to be listed on their depth chart as QB3. Behind Joe Flacco, who's the starter, and rookie Dylan Gabriel.
Roman Gabriel. He was a really good
NFL
football player.
Yeah, very good.
Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders.
They traded Kenny Pickett to the Raiders, and they released Tyler Huntley. So they're going to go with Flacco, Gabriel, and Shedeur.
So you're saying that the experienced veteran will start.
Yes.
The high draft pick will back up, and the low draft pick will be the third stringer.
Correct.
That's revolutionary.
That is what I'm saying.
Really.
They figured it out.
You're reinventing the wheel here, Cleveland.
So Cleveland has done something right.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Something
is
very
what you're
normal
saying.
here.
Yeah.
Despite all the attention.
Safe at the very least.
Sure.
Like, that's
Smart.
easy to defend.
Actually smart.
Right?
Like, I think that's a smart move. I'm a big Joe Flacco fan. I think it's great. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. But
He is also someone that if Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders shows enough promise, you have no problem kicking to the curb.
Correct.
At any point.
Correct.
Joe Flacco is 40 years old.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco.
Joe
Flacco. Love it.
I like Joe Flacco.
I like Joe Flacco too.
All right, we'll move on. We talked earlier in the show, about an hour ago maybe, briefly mentioned Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson.
I need to confirm that.
Well, you need to confirm. The reason we brought him up was the reports on social media are that they are expecting.
Feels real good.
They are expecting. But then, just since we had that conversation, I saw that they have, this is from Darren Ravel, so I at least will believe it a little bit.
Yep.
It says here that a company owned by Bill Belichick and managed by his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, has filed to trademark the term gold digger.
Wow. Can you trademark that? I guess you can.
I mean,
what is that? Okay.
Have we trademarked Ben and Woods yet?
No. How do you
I feel like that's probably should.
What
Then.
are we gonna make, a nickel? It's
Well,
not worth a copy or whatever the trademark
It's
money.
not us making a nickel. It's someone else trademarking and then charging us to use it. It's what we don't want.
Well, thanks for telling everybody about that scam. Looking forward to that. The Ben and Woods domain is now gone, I'm sure.
Sorry.
We were never going to do our own website. It's way too much work.
We absolutely should.
That's why we have
but we're not going to.
97.3 thefansd.com.
Right.
Why was 97.3 the fan already taken? Why did we have to add the SD?
Well, there's a bunch of fans, and I think
There
there's
is.
a bunch
Is there
of
other
97.3
the fans out there too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think multiple.
I know there's multiple fans. I didn't know there were other 97.3s as well.
So what can you explain to me how trademarks work? So Bill Belichick and his girlfriend trademarked the word gold digger.
Right. Now you owe them $15.
So if somebody
But
does
only when referencing them, her?
No, anytime you use like gold digger in any of your advertising or anything, you'll have to license it from them.
Man.
Which doesn't seem like it's
so like I can't
necessarily fair. That's just
I
a
can't do
common
my gold
expression.
digger party that I do every year.
Right.
My big gold digger party. Okay.
You owe them money.
I mean, there are rules in place, like the Federal Trade Commission that does trademarks. Like you can't trademark the word "the" and then have to charge anybody who wants to use "the" like in their advertising.
Good move.
Would be.
What about hot beef?
The Ohio State University.
Right.
Oh, no, I own the, so you can't
That's
call
right.
yourself the.
That was a legitimate
the
story.
Ohio State University.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff we should trademark. Lots of your drops would be
Mostly
really,
your drops.
Mostly your drops. But maybe somebody would advertise with hot
hold on.
beef.
So are they saying that that's what she
Hot
is?
beef.
She's a gold digger? Or is
I
that,
think they're like,
so
I'm
just
tired
being
of
open about it.
Like, if somebody's going to call me that, at least now we're going to make some money.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know.
It's not necessarily destroying the narrative when you do that either.
Correct. Well, you have to lean into it sometimes.
I mean, that's always the question. Is she in it just for the money, fame, attention of being Bill Belichick's girlfriend, or does he genuinely love and adore and care for him? Does it really matter?
I wish I knew, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, loose cannabis is one we should absolutely trademark. A lot of
loose cannabis.
A lot of cannabis shops around town might be inclined to use that.
Ganja, aka cannabis.
All of your.
That one gets me every single time.
Saturated fats. Can I copyright the word chicken and then sue every restaurant that uses it on their menu?
He's just walking Chili's. Yeah, now I got your ass. Next door, Chick-fil-A. Got you.
Chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders. Just call them tenders. Man. Interesting. All right. Gold digger. Off the table, guys.
Finally, we'll wrap it up here. Ben, I got some really, really bad news for you. I apologize in advance. I can't remember if it was last year this time or 2 years ago. We had our buddy Jay Isbell on the stream. He joined the show. Yep. He had just gotten back from Burning Man.
He's like 60.
And I can't remember what year it was, but they had the mudslide or like
the
mud,
floods.
the flooding all over the grounds, the porta potties tipping over. It looks like absolute chaos
like a war
every
zone.
year, though. So they kind of blend together. You're like, I don't remember which year was that disaster. I don't know, but sure enough, Burning Man Festival has been dealing with a lot of dust storms and gnarly weather. Is
it going on right now?
It started a couple of days ago.
Oh, it did. It's underway,
and it's going through, I think, Labor Day weekend.
Again, what exactly are they festivaling? Is it music? Is it
art?
Art?
Yeah, art.
It's in Nevada, technically, right?
I think
it's
so.
out in the desert.
Yeah.
And so they were dealing with all of the dust storms, and it destroyed a lot of the grounds.
Oh, yeah. I
had
saw
been
that
put
big
up.
haboob in
Yes.
Arizona yesterday.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of gnarly weather in the desert. And I've got really bad news, Ben. The Orgy Dome has been destroyed at Burning Man.
The Orgy Dome.
Yeah, the Orgy
Save that.
Dome's
Is this like This is like Tropicana Field going down.
Yeah, think of it like that.
In Tampa Bay.
Just like that.
The Orgy Dome's official Instagram account posted a video of the damage yesterday, and they said our build team worked so hard this past week to erect our lovely space. Unfortunately, the winds yesterday undid all that labor and wrecked our structure. We are still here and thankfully safe. We hoped to workshop to keep you updated.
Is there a separate admission fee
to get into
the
that?
Orgy Dome?
There's no fee at Burning Man.
Oh, there's no tickets. You don't have tickets.
No,
don't
you
need
just
to buy
show
tickets.
up.
You just show up.
You want to hear the 10?
Not Coachella. Sounds very chaotic.
You want to hear the 10 principles of Burning Man? Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. Radical inclusion, gifting, radical self-reliance. If you're being gifted, are you self-reliant?
That's self-reliant.
All right, fine. Decommodification, radical self-expression, communal effort, civic responsibility, leaving no trace, participation, and immediacy. That's the 10 principles.
Not the worst principles.
Not at all.
Not bad.
Here's the, you know how they have like, when you Google something, it has like questions, frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
Can you do drugs at Burning Man? That's one of the questions.
FAQ, huh?
Wow.
Jay in the chat says Ben about to just show up. I
would do anything.
Jay, there's no amount of money I would not pay. If I
What's
could
just threat?
figure
He
it
said
out.
if he had, he won Powerball, which
If I
is
had
up to
FU
like
money,
$800 million, he would pay me $500,000 to go to Burning Man just to document my
with a
experience.
GoPro strapped to your forehead, a live feed, and you couldn't just sit in your trailer. You'd have to. You'd
have to be all
actively engage.
Yes, and be out there
And I
dressed
said,
like a
That's
steampunk.
about what it would take, honestly.
$500,000
I mean, it sounds so unpleasant
for you.
Well, first of all, it's August, and you're talking about the Nevada desert. That doesn't sound fun to begin with.
Wait, somebody said you do have to pay to get into Burning Man.
Oh.
I thought it was just show and go.
Got some bouncers at the door, security.
I don't know.
wild.
I thought it was also.
I thought it was show and go.
Everybody just kind of parks wherever.
I saw a video of the traffic getting in there. It made my hair fall out. Yeah, everyone's pulling in like this. It's one road, right? Like
Right.
down the desert road. You got to park. You got to set up all your gear. You build your orgy tent and
Orgy dome.
orgy dome, and then it falls
You have to
away.
fight traffic to get to this event.
Okay, Orthodox says you guys are way wrong. Burning Man costs a ton in ticket price. All right, consider me wrong. I had no idea. I thought it literally was like
What do you get for your just a spot?
chlamydia. Is my guess.
Burning Man ticket price. Burning Man.
tell
The Google AI wrap-ups here says Burning Man ticket prices for 2025 used a tiered model with ticket bases starting at $550
Wow.
and scaling
Wow,
up to
okay.
$650,
That was way wrong.
$750, $950, $1,500, or $3,000
$3,000
for those who can pay to subsidize others. So if you can afford the $3,000,
Oh, it's one of
scholarship somebody else for that can only afford the $550.
So it's an optional ticket prices essentially. You just go, hey, I can't foot the bill.
Somebody will pay. Can pay.
Community, part of the community. I'll just be part of the community effort this year.
Orthodox, who seems to know a lot, he says some people say they skip Christmas in order to do Burning Man. I'm sure it's a younger Woods. Bro, I would have been out there in a heartbeat.
Charles says you can go as a worker and then help set up, and you don't have to pay.
Oh, that's cool. 50-year-old Woods at Burning Man sounds like maybe the worst
50-year-old Ben at Burning Man sounds
That would
amazing.
be incredible, man.
I would
Absolutely
staple that GoPro to your head so it never leaves your body.
I just would have to see it. You out there just getting after it. Like, it would be the best.
Are there like showers?
Yeah. I think there's some showers.
There is.
Yeah. All communal and you're nude. There's a lot of nudity.
Shower-esque.
Yeah, shower-esque. Sponge baths in the Orgy Dome, which is everybody's dream. Man. We should go as a show one time just to see how it
I
goes.
saw a picture of the Orgy Dome before it had
Did
been
you?
taken down. It just looks like a big, circus tent type thing.
Do they?
With
So
a
it's-
bunch of beds, like barracks style, just lined up.
Is that right?
And then there were like the tall high back couches and chairs that you
Okay.
might see at like a gentleman's club, and they were just spread out, and you walk in there and have fun.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And it's just,
It
hey,
looked
hey.
fairly open, like open for
Imagine
viewing.
him with the GoPro trying to walk in and engage in one.
Excuse me,
Hi,
I'm just looking for
should
some water here.
What's
Actually,
the? I don't know the protocol here. Do you? Hi, I'm Ben. I do. You know me, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Holy cow! It's that easy? You just walk in, and be like, all right, time to get after it.
Is there a line?
Is there a line? Man, I have so many questions about Burning Man. We have a buddy on our baseball team. He goes every single year, and he is like committed to it. He's like built the Burning Man. Our buddy Bruffy, he's done it.
I was gonna say,
he loves
we
it.
do.
Yeah. Oh, he's all about it.
Huh.
I've heard some good stories. I'd love to see you out there trying to tap in.
Oh, would be
in the
nothing
dome.
better.
No flip flops allowed. Ben's out there hitting chips.
Set up a little temporary putting green.
Oh man,
I would do anything to see it. I would do anything in the world to see it. I will do anything. I won't make fun of you for a year if you go to Burning Man. I swear to God, not one. I won't break your balls even a little bit if you.
I
go
mean,
to
we've
Burning
talked about like you kind of maybe we need to work him up to Burning Man.
Yeah.
like we've talked about
Send
taking
him
him
to
to
Cross,
Coachella. We've talked about sending him to Cross
Crossed.
downtown.
It's not crossed. It's cursed.
Cursed.
No vowels allowed.
But I think maybe we just
You throw him right in
skip
the deep
foreplay.
end. Yeah, skip
right,
the foreplay.
right
Right
to
to the
Burning
Orgy
Man.
Dome. All right, guys, it's me, Ben Higgins. I'm reporting live from the Orgy Dome. I have no idea what's going on. God, I would do it. Orthodox said, I saw U-Haul pull
Hooter
up
research.
once, open the hatch, and 30 people spilled out of it.
my God.
God. I'm so interested in it. Is there a documentary or something I can watch? Because I think I would like to. I'm sure there's something on YouTube.
There's gotta be something, yeah.
Got to be something. All right, I'm going to go deep dive.
We
after the
need
game
to
today.
take a time out. When we come back, we're going to give away some Padres tickets. If you've been listening, your chance to win 2 tickets to next Tuesday's game against the Baltimore Orioles. And then Nathan returns, promotions assistant Nathan in studio with his deep voice. Coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan. First, though, Woods and I want to tell you about trustandwill.com. Hey, even if you're a Burning Man person, you still want to take care of your family, right?
Especially if you're a Burning Man.
It's probably a better chance that you might be gone unexpectedly if you're attending events like that. If you don't have it in writing, you cannot count on the state to know what to do. They can decide where your children go. They can decide who your assets go to, and it won't just be what you think might be logical. You actually need a will or a trust to make sure this is all taken care of.
Yeah, it's super simple to do, guys. It doesn't take long at all. They really make it easy for you. That is something I really appreciate. I need my hand kind of held through it. And they really, it's incredible. Go to trustandwill.com. Start filling stuff out. Start naming the people that you want to leave things to. It's really, really simple. And then when you check out, use the code FAN, F-A-N. When you do check out, they're going to give you 20% off.
You don't want to be the guy who's remembered as condemning your family to probate court after you're gone. It's messy, it's lengthy, it's expensive, and it's completely avoidable by getting a trust for your house and your assets, and then your family has immediate access to all of it. Simply, easily, no lawyers involved at all. Just trustandwill.com. Use the code FAN at checkout, and again, get 20% off free shipping of your estate documents at trustandwill.com.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Ben and Woods going towards some early Padres baseball this afternoon at 1:10.
Yes.
Against the Seattle Mariners. 12:10 Eco Water SoCal pregame show with Sammy Levitt coming up after Braden's program. And I just noticed because, as a member of the media, when your team, the Padres in this case, sometimes playing an opponent, the opponent will send you all their game notes and information during the series. Not every team does it, but
it's like for trial. It's like discovery.
Yeah,
They send it over
while you're
for
there,
you.
the Cincinnati Reds always do it, and the Seattle Mariners are one of the teams. They send me their notes just during the Padres series, not all year long. Like I just got,
hey, here's our notes against the Angels tonight.
that would be annoying, but
Appreciate
for this weekend, it's fine. Or this week, it's fine. Just found out that the Mariners have recalled right-handed pitcher Emerson Hancock from AAA Tacoma and sent down right-handed pitcher Sauron Lau back to AAA. Hancock, hard-throwing righty, had been in their starting rotation much of the year.
I remember
but
him.
pitching in the bullpen in AAA, I think they don't need a starter, so they're trying to convert him to a reliever. So presumably he's available for the game today for the Mariners if needed. But what they also do with their game notes, and I've never seen any other team do this, kind of like it though, they include for home games the menu for the media dining room that day.
Of course.
So you can make an informed decision of whether, do I want to eat in the media press box dining area, or maybe I want to grab a sandwich beforehand because I don't necessarily like what they're serving today.
Tell us.
Well, this is like,
What is Kevin Acey going to be eating here later
well,
today?
this is like when, Bo gets his schedule. We go through it and we're like, okay, I'll do hot lunch that day, not this day.
Oh, you do that? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't, we don't want to make lunches every day. And he likes to eat hot lunch sometimes. So we go through it and pick out
here's
what he likes.
Don and Mudd and Jesse and Tony and Dennis Lynn and AJ Casavell and Kevin Acey will be dining on today at T-Mobile Park in the press box. Meatballs and shrimp, which is the first menu item.
What?
With an
the
ampersand
F?
in between. I'm not sure those two things don't necessarily go together, but that's what it's listed as.
Like a big
Meatballs-
bowl of meatballs and shrimp.
Yeah.
That's our new show name, Meatballs and Shrimp.
Now, I spent the first 18 years of my life in
You're
Seattle.
yeah, you're from there.
I
Is that a
don't
thing?
remember that being a Seattle delicacy.
Meatballs and shrimp.
All right, meatballs and
The
shrimp.
second menu item informs the first. Penne pasta with marinara. My guess is you can then choose to
Add-
put either
okay.
meatballs or shrimp
All right.
on top of it, but they're listed separately.
Got it.
Then we've got broccolini with garlic and lemon oil.
I don't like broccolini.
Italian wedding soup.
It's got those chunks of meatball in it.
Yeah,
They're just
it's-
using the
it's
extra
really-
meatballs
yeah,
to make
they
that.
had
Also, meatball subs.
some-
Also, cocktail
some
meatballs.
leftover meatballs yesterday. Dinner rolls and butter, assorted fruit platter, and assorted desserts.
That sounds really good.
Not bad.
Really, really good.
Not bad.
Don't forget the meatball cheesecake to wrap it up, or in a meatball cream pie as well. Delicious. They're just throwing meatballs at everyone. They have so many extra meatballs.
Yeah. I mean, you could have gone
Would you
with
like a shot of espresso with a meatball?
Yeah, a cup of coffee with a. You just drop a meatball in it.
But they don't do that in the notes for the Padres. You just show up and you're surprised to see whether it's, chicken breast
Mexican
and a
or
mushroom
something, yeah,
sauce
yeah.
or whatever it is in the press box, which I rarely eat in the press box.
L3 Oogie says, "Give me a Seattle dog that has cream cheese on
Oh,
it. I've heard
Grilled
it's
onions and
incredible.
cream cheese.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce, grilled onions.
Barbecue. Okay,
Yeah.
so you take a
Oh my
bun,
God.
you grill it like you brown it, cream cheese on the sides,
Hot dog.
caramelized onions.
Yeah.
When I would go
And then
back for
barbecue.
when I'd go back up there like for Christmas or something, and me and the buddies would go downtown, go to some bars. They would have the street vendors all over the place.
Yeah.
You're seeing them more now down here, but you didn't for a long time. There was permitting and all that stuff. There'd be a guy in front of any bar that you walked out of grilling dogs, and to say, "Yeah, give me the Seattle dog." They toast the bun,
Toast
spread
it.
some cream cheese that kind of melts on it.
Okay.
Throw the sausage or the dog on there, grilled onions, barbecue sauce. It works.
Could I do it without? I mean, I like barbecue sauce enough,
You could probably hold the barbecue sauce.
but should I? Would mustard be
Ketchup
good
and
on
mustard? I don't know.
Mustard and
Mustard and cream
cheese
cheese
seems
is
like
an
an odd
combo.
combo.
Yeah, but I don't like mustard. I don't like ketchup on my dogs.
I don't either.
Maybe I would just go with just the onions and the cream cheese.
I think it's fine. I don't
Can
think
we
it
do
needs to-
extra cream cheese on
Raw
top?
dog.
Raw dog it, or maybe a meatball on top as well. So, well, I love that you read that. Now that we know that that's in there, we can do that every year.
Well, when the Padres visit
Yeah.
the Mariners, although I would encourage the Padres and other teams to start putting the menu for the media.
They
as
don't want
well.
us to pick it apart on the radio because that's exactly what we will
Fair
do in
enough.
these short segments.
All of our baseball and food talk on the Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. All right, it's time to give away some Padres tickets for Tuesday's game, the Manny Machado City Connect basketball jersey game against the Baltimore Orioles. To win, you not only need to call 833-288-0973, but you also need to know which team's schedule did Woodsy break down during Don't Do This morning in our 720 segment. Which team's schedule did Woods break down, not the Padres, which other team's schedule did Woods break down during Don't Do This morning? First correct answer, 833-288-0973. Paul, you'll answer some phones randomly during the break. We'll win the 2 tickets to the game on Tuesday, September 2nd against the Baltimore Orioles. Again, the Manny Machado City Connect basketball jersey for the first 40,000 fans in attendance. You can get your tickets at Padres.com/tickets. Want to see big crowds the rest of the season at Petco Park. Come back. Nathan is back in studio with his intimidating voice, looking to take over for me here
Just
in
say-
our.
just a little tease, Nathan.
All right,
a little
just say
radio tease.
hi.
Just say good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, he's
my
back.
God,
I
let's
love
go.
it. Look at it.
Coming up
Comedy.
next on 97.3 The Fan.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
All right, congratulations to Neil. Wins the Padres Orioles tickets. Knew the Rockies were the team. He was not the first caller, though. Someone got it wrong.
Somebody said Reds.
Neil came in and stole it. Gets the tickets to the Padres Orioles game.
As soon as I told him
week.
the right answer, he goes, "Damn it, you're right.
With an
You're
R.
right.
I knew it was with
You're
an
right."
R. Rockies, not Reds. This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Islands Restaurants. Islands Restaurants, summer refreshment, paradise ambiance, and the best burgers in town, like the Big Wave with cheese and fresh cut fries. $10 now. For a limited time only. That's a really good price, by the way. Visit one of our Islands restaurants throughout Southern California today. Dine in only.
Because I'm an island boy, and I've been trying to make.
Well, speaking of the islands, I wanted to thank Dory Robbs and her husband. They just dropped off. I am the worst because I'm the only one that checks the Instagram messages, and I do it maybe once a week. So Saturday, she DMs us on Instagram. My hubby and I are coming tomorrow from Hawaii. Would it be okay to drop off some goodies for you guys? I write her back on Monday. Sorry, I missed this. Still in town? She writes back, yes, we leave on Thursday. Monday night, 6:30. Would Wednesday be okay? My husband wanted us to mention.
And he once again didn't check.
He does the University of Hawaii TV broadcast. I guess you don't think we're some kind of stalkers. And she said, or tomorrow if I can. I never wrote her back. 9:32 this morning. I'm outside. Can anyone grab the goodies?
Oh my God.
Just dropped it off. Have a great day. I'm like, Dory, I am so sorry.
Come
I am
back.
the worst.
We'll talk to you after the show.
I'm so sorry.
First of all, this is cool. Sour gummy lychee.
She brought a bunch of Hawaiian
treats, which is
for us.
fantastic.
Sweet
Secondly,
angel.
just because he does the University of Hawaii broadcast does not necessarily mean you're not a stalker.
That's true.
They're not mutually exclusive.
That's true. Did you give him a little street cred? You know, give us a little
very
street
cool. Very
cred.
nice of you to come by, and wish we were paying attention a little bit better, but I'm not going to.
Never,
so it's really
ever.
up to Woods.
Yeah, it's really up to me
to
this
pay
point.
attention.
It's cool.
Speaking of Islands restaurants, though, that's where our promotions assistant Nathan was the day that he came in studio with us.
Yes,
he went out that Friday with the Gwen and Chris show out at Islands for an appearance, and apparently he was a big hit.
Nathan, how did it go? Were people walking up and introducing themselves?
They were. People were
Get your mic
introducing.
in there.
There we go.
People were introducing themselves to me, saying like, "Oh, are you Nathan from the Ben and Wood show?"
Yeah.
I was like, Yeah, I guess I am
Nathan.
Nathan from the Ben and Woods show.
Right. So
It
we that was on a Friday. I
Yeah.
believe?
Well, I don't know what
Yeah.
day we had him in, but that was on a Friday, the appearance.
So then Saturday we had an appearance, and we walked in, and I must have had 30 people go, "Where's Nathan? Is Nathan coming?" I'm like, "I don't know that Nathan's working tonight. I have no idea." So the now listen, we don't have a lot of pull F level celebrities in this town for sure, but it's cool that people notice you, recognize you. Have now have the offers from Hollywood started rolling in just yet?
Unfortunately, I've gotten nothing from Hollywood.
Okay, nothing from anyone.
No voiceover
But
work.
I did actually have a really nice lady. I believe her name was Katrina. Come up to me, say that she used to do a lot of voiceover stuff,
Yeah.
and she wanted to send some of my clips from the Ben and Wood show to some friends that she has in the voiceover area. So naturally, I was like, "Yeah, I know. Please do. I'd like to get out as much out there as I can."
I've got a contact for you as well. One of our tier ones reached out and said, "Hey, have him reach out to this guy. I've got his Instagram for you." So yeah, man, let's get the ball rolling on your career. This is you can't let that thing go to waste. You don't necessarily have to be a broadcaster or call baseball games or football games, but you need to use that thing for good, like Dirk Diggler did in the movie Boogie Nights.
Now, keep in mind, once you become a public figure and you're now well on your way, that people will start scouring your social media pages, as Woods did after you were on with
Paulie
us.
did.
Oh,
I did.
Paulie
Yeah,
did.
Paulie did.
And found all your matcha green tea
Oh,
reviews
yeah.
that
Yes.
you've done on social
yeah.
media. Apparently a big fan of the matcha, are you?
I'm a big fan.
So
Yeah.
that's what you decided. Like, this is how I get my feet under me.
I've always loved doing reviews.
Okay.
And I find myself like just going to coffee shops. I'm like, yeah, let me see what their matcha latte is all about. I was
Okay.
like, why don't I just like film myself drinking it, say a few things about it,
Sure.
post it online. Like, it's not going to hurt, and I have a lot of fun doing it.
How's
so.
the reaction to it? How's the traction? What's the word I'm looking for here, Paulie?
Engagement.
That's the word. How's the
social
engagement?
Yeah.
I mean, people seem to love it.
Okay.
I get comments under all my posts and everything, like talking about
Like,
how
damn,
they
dude.
want more.
Yeah,
or like,
all right.
oh yeah, great review. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of just like friends and family that watch it, and then they comment on it, and I'm like, awesome.
Do
Thank
you
guys.
have? Can you plug your Instagram feed?
Yeah.
Dude, what's your Instagram?
So it's _Stevens, because there's no
We
we're gonna
space.
have to work on
gotta
that.
get you a new one. We
Yeah.
have to be like Nathan, the throat god, throat goat Nathan.
Yeah.
And we got to change it up. We have to get you something that's easy, right? They dot LX dot matcha is not going to work for you. You have to be. It's got to be something easier.
Ben _ampersand_
Can I just say if
_97.3
_SD.com. If I see if somebody gives me an underscore, I'm like, I'm done. That's it. I'm not writing it down. That's the word.
There's no spaces. I had to do something.
You got to. All right, we're gonna have to shut it down. You have to restart. I'm not kidding.
See, the problem is he wasn't alive when all these internet things were invented,
I know.
so he didn't get the first choice.
I know. Yeah, he's like the
username.
We got to get you something that's easier to use and easier to plug. We can post it, of course, but we got to get you, your thing. But so I had an idea today because I know Ben was like, it really messed him up when you came in. It really did. It messed him up. He was beating himself up. He felt inadequate. Now,
I'm sorry,
I
Ben.
will tell you this. We've been for a long time. I don't know if you know this, but on our show, we used to do this bit every Friday called Ben Reads Raps. And Ben would read, because he's got the deep voice and blah, blah, blah. He's also very white. He would read these rap songs in the way that only he can do it. And I thought, let's bring Nathan into your arena, which is rapping, as everybody knows. And there's a duet that I have actually been wanting to do with you for years, but we never did it.
But we have the right person
We
now
have
for
the right
it.
person now for it.
All right, we're going to check traffic.
Yep.
And then when we come back,
You don't
Ben
rap
and
it.
Nathan,
You just talk it.
No, Ben
Okay.
and Nathan
All right.
read
I can do that.
Yep.
raps to wrap up the program next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Robert Half. Been a bit of a rough morning on our freeways, guys. Crash in the South Bay, southbound 5, right before H Street. It's in the center divide, northbound 805, right before the 54. Collision has been moved into the center divide. Up ahead, an accident has cleared from the University off-ramp. Now southbound 163 jumping into the act right before Genesee. Two-car collision over to the right shoulder. In the North County, eastbound 56 right before the 15. Accident involving a couple vehicles. Not showing if lanes are blocked. And South 5 coastline accident has cleared near Birmingham. Earlier vehicle fire, South 5 just past the racetrack. Looks like they finally cleared out of that right lane. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why the recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan.
All right, so are we this is a duet. We're just going back and forth here?
Yes.
All right. Paulie? Give us a little music. All right, last couple of minutes.
I'm so
Ben and Nathan read raps. Here we go. Nathan, you ready? All right, here we go. It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the eve so I can get some funk rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC. On a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't need to tweak. All you skirts know what's up with 213.
So a hook's a left on 21 and Lewis. Some brothers shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some gats, so I said, I'm stuck.
Since these girls peeping me, I'm glide and swerve. These people looking so hard, they straight hit the curb. Onto bigger, better things than some
40
tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
He's more embarrassed than I am.
He's more clean than you.
I'm getting jacked. I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taken Warren's wealth. They took my rings. They took my Rolex. I looked at the brothers and said, damn, what's next?
They got my homie hemmed up and they all around. Can't none of them see if they going straight pound for pound. They want to come up real quick before they start to clown. I best pull out my strap and lay them busters down.
They got guns to my head. I think I'm going down. I can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I had wings, I would fly. Let me contemplate. I glanced in the cut and I see my homie, Nate.
16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make some bodies turn cold. Now they dropping and yelling. It's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate. We're still going. I laid all them busters down. I let my gat explode. Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode. If you want skirts, sit back and observe. I just left a gang of people over there on the curb.
Now, Nate got the freaks, and that's a known fact. Before I got jacked, I was on the same track. Back up, because it's on Nate and me, the Warren to the G.
Just like I thought, they were in the same spot in need of some desperate help. But Nate Dogg and the G Child were in need of something else. One of them dames was
sexy
as
hell.
I said, ooh, I like your size. She said, my car's broke down and you seem real nice. Would you let me ride? I got a car full of girls and it's going real swell. The next stop is the East Side Motel.
I'm tweaking into a whole new era. G-Funk step to this, I dare you. Funk on a whole new level. The rhythm is the bass and the bass is the treble. Chord strings, we bring melody. G-Funk, where rhythm is life and life is rhythm. Wrap it up, Nathan.
If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this. It's the G-Funk era, funked out with a gangsta twist. If you smoke like I smoke, then you're high like every day. And if yo
ass
is a busta, 213 will regulate.
Nate Dogg!
Wow. Nate Dogg knocked it out of the park.
Nicely done.
Somebody said it's Mayonnaise Man and Miracle Whip. And I think that was so good.
That's it for us.
Oh, you crushed
it.
it.
Early Padres baseball coming up.
We'll break this down in Foreplay tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. You won't want to miss it. For Nathan, Paulie, Woodsy, I'm Matt Braden up next year. Thanks for joining us on 97.3 The Fan. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody.